although it's May, a cold front naturally has come to North Dakota. The Green Bay Blizzard try to avenge their only loss on the young IFL season. The Bismarck Bucks try and bounce back from a disappointing home opener. It's the IFL on Beck, and it starts right now. Welcome inside the Bismarck Event Center, everybody. Alongside the All-IFL Hall of Famer Robert Fuller, I'm David Sugarman. There's only one word really to describe Bismarck's home opener. That's disappointing. An 18-point loss where they were outscored by 30 points over the final 3 quarters. However, one bright spot was the play of receiver Raheem Harvey. 4 catches for 90 yards and 2 touchdowns. Coach, how important is it that he has another big day today?
It's very important. Raheem is a very explosive talent, and he's a leader. And no better way than your leader getting hot, you know, and that's infectious for the rest of the team. So it's really important for him to make an impact right away.
However, for the Green Bay Blizzard, their only loss of the season came at the hands of the Bucks on the opening week of the year. They want to flip the script, but one thing they'd like to keep the same is the production of defensive back Mason Gray. 2 interceptions and 2 touchdowns. Yeah. Coach, how can they limit his impact today?
Well, that's a good question because that entire secondary is really growing up in a hurry and they're catching fire. So one important thing they could do is run the football.
It's the Bucks and the Blizzard. Bucks trying to bounce back. The Blizzard looking for win number 3 in a row. It's all coming up on the Farmers Union Insurance pregame show.
Poem Design is your shop for specialized and meaningful home decor. Nothing makes a house a home like personalized designs that celebrate your milestones and tells your family's unique story. Check out our e-commerce site to find signs, photo prints, and much more. Let Poem's cutting-edge technology create unique products to help you add your personal touch to any space. Visit poemdesign.net to shop our catalog today.
Bucks football is presented by these fine sponsors: Aramark, Dakota Community Bank and Trust, Dickinson State University, Torgerson Auto Center, Stone Home Brewing Company, and West River Chiropractic. Bucks football is presented by these fine sponsors: Action Motorsports, Bill Barth Ford, Glenn's Welding, H.A. Thompson & Sons, Taco Del Mar, and Veracity Motors.
Since 1908, H.A. Thompson & Sons has helped thousands of buildings run comfortably through the hottest and coldest weather in North Dakota.
Now, our guaranteed maintenance agreements for heating and cooling systems keep your equipment running efficiently, reducing costs, and providing consistent comfort. Preventive maintenance doesn't cost, it actually saves, and we'll show you how to save money and improve your comfort.
Working together, we'll find ways to help your building and budget with our custom maintenance plans.
Call us today, H.A. Thompson & Sons.
Bucks football is presented by these fine sponsors: Who Hot Mongolian Grill, Jiffy Lube, Hawk Tree Golf Course, Moss Adams, Premier Property, and Shields. Bucks football is presented by these fine sponsors: Beck Communications Cooperative, Shields, Pure Country, Runnings Farm and Fleet, Taco Del Mar, Cluton Property Management.
May is National Beef Month, and what better time to explain where the different cuts of beef come from. We are in grilling season, and knowing your way around cuts of beef can be useful when choosing a cut of meat. National Beef Month is a time to thank cattlemen that work tirelessly to keep meat on our tables and keep our ag economy strong. We are proud to recognize, celebrate, and support all those hardworking men and women. A big thank you from Dakota Community Bank and Trust.
Welcome you back to the Bismarck Event Center here on the Farmers Union Insurance pregame show, getting you set for the Bismarck Bucks and the Green Bay Blizzard. Alongside the IFL Hall of Famer Robert Fuller, I'm David Sugarman. Thanks so much for joining us today. Coin toss happening right now at midfield. We'll take a look at that, and as we do, we will get you set today with our look around the IFL presented by West Dakota Chevy Dealers. Let's take a look at a couple of other things going on around the league as we see the official game ball sponsored by Clinton Management Property Management brought to midfield today. Massachusetts visiting Bismarck here on Beck. Elsewhere happening, the Iowa Barnstormers visiting the defending champion Sioux Falls Storm. Arizona visiting Northern Arizona, maybe a rivalry brewing now that there are two teams in the state of Arizona. That game is happening tomorrow. One other game in action today. Frisco at Spokane. That is an 8:05 kickoff this evening. And next Saturday on Beck Sports, the Bucks will close out their 3 homestand against one of the IFL's newest franchises we just touched on, Northern Arizona. That is your look around the IFL. Blizzard come in 2-1, riding a 2-game winning streak. The Bucks 1-1. But these teams have already started off once this season. It was a 41-35 Bucks win to kick off the IFL season. Let's take a look at what both teams are hoping to hone in on tonight in our Eventide Senior Living Community Keys to the Game. First road trip today for the Blizzard, and Coach Corey Roberson has stressed the importance of sticking together today, Coach.
Yeah, when you're on the road for the first time, I mean, you know, you're going to face some adversity with travel and those type of things, and I think he's got a really close-knit group, and they're going to show that tonight.
Those are Eventide Senior Living Communities to the game for Green Bay and for Bismarck's Troubles, getting the ground game going last week, just 13 yards. They want to establish the offensive line. Let's keep things moving with our Proceed player matchup. Need seed? Think Proceed. Couple of great wide receivers going at it today. First for the Green Bay Blizzard, Keyslow Smith. Couple of touchdowns already this season. Raheem Harvey averaging almost 95 yards a game through the first 2, and he has 3 touchdowns. Bucks will kick this thing off. Trevon Saunders back to return. He'll pick it up off the bounce end zone. Here we go. Sheds out of a Deion Carter tackle, breaking his way down the sideline and taken down at about midfield by Barber, and that's where the Blizzard will start their first drive.
Well, the Blizzard are picking up right where they left off last week. They had exceptional field position all game long as their kickoff team was on, or excuse me, their kick return team was on fire.
Saunders, the reigning IFL Special Teams Player of the Week, 4 returns last week for 96 yards. A good one to start things off here. Green Bay will have 1st and 10 at about the 24-yard line. With Robert Fuller, the IFL Hall of Famer, David Sugarman, the IFL enthusiast here at the Bismarck Event Center. So happy you could join us. First play from scrimmage, Damian May will hand things off to Kerryon Moore, breaks it out to the side. Moore, 1 play, 1 touchdown for the 2nd straight week. The Blizzard score on the first play, and Moore goes flying into the end zone, literally.
Well, this is a fantastic run here, and you know, as his trademark after he scores, you know, he's going to do some variation of a flip, and you know, the Bismarck faithful are hoping they only see this once.
You and him both, right?
Right.
So Moore with a 27-yard score to start off the evening. Henry Nell sets up for the point after. Hold is good. And so is the kick. Didn't take long. Blizzard strike first, 7-0 here in Bismarck. Back in a moment.
When no one else is around, champions get to work. They never rest, never settle.
Well, that didn't take long. For the second straight week, Green Bay scores on their very first play from scrimmage, and they have an early 7-0 lead over the Bismarck Bucks. With Robert Fuller, David Sugarman on hand here at the Event Center. Henry Nell set to kick off for the Bucks' first possession. Takes a couple of bounces right to the feet of Mike Kerrigan, who surges through a couple of tackles to get past midfield. Good starting field position for the Bucks, and hopefully will help an offense that struggled mightily last week. 12 points in the first quarter, 6 through the next 3.
Yeah, so Green Bay wasn't the only team that had success on their kick return team. Bismarck started with really good field position quite often in that last week's game. So I think it's going to be really important for Bismarck here. Obviously they need to answer this, to get some momentum, to get some confidence. Right now the crowd is barely sitting in, getting settled in, and it's already 7-0. So
the Bucks elect to go with Richard Stametti at quarterback. Started week 1, only played in the fourth quarter of last week's contest, went 3 for 7. Drops back, goes deep on the first play. Kerrigan comes down with it, but there is a flag, and Kerrigan unable to hold on. Stametti may have just been taking a shot when he saw the flag. So DeJohn Emery is tagged with the first penalty of the game and offsides, and now it'll be 1st down and 5 for the Bucks.
I like to see Bismarck starting off, by going on 2. You got to help your offensive line out by changing up that snap count. You can't just let them tee off. So
1st and 5 from the 17. Stokes comes in motion. Stametti with the pitch out to Rankin, and he's wrapped up quickly by a couple of Blizzard players.
So one thing I was really curious about is just going to see, how this Blizzard defense does without 2 starting defensive linemen. Big number 97, Smith, and then Pfaff, is a guy that played defensive line for Wisconsin, did not make the trip. So, it'll be guys like Emery and the other defensive ends, that are going to have to come up big tonight. So it's going to be a real bit important matchup to see this offensive line versus that defensive line.
Head coach Corey Robeson said the strength of this defense is the secondary line, still a work in progress. Stametti with the fake, and he shimmies his way inside the 10, maybe even inside the 5. Not known for the wheels, but we saw he had a touchdown taken off the board last week. Nice job here.
Yeah, and I think the reason this works is because they think of him as a pocket passer and not a ground threat. So we'll see how they adjust as the game goes on.
Stametti started opening night against Green Bay, went 9 for 14, 105 yards, and threw an interception. Has yet to throw a touchdown yet this season. It'll be 1st down and goal from the 6. Stametti gives for Rankin, cuts it the other way. A block from his quarterback, and it leads the way to the promised land. Justin Rankin in the end zone for the 3rd time this season.
Just a simple run play that ends up getting cut back. I knew coming into this game, or I just felt like Coach Ross really wanted to get Rankin involved in this, make sure that he gets the touches. And that's a heck of a way to start off the night.
3 carries for 3 yards last week. Couple carries on that first drive, including a 6-yard score. Barber sets up for the extra points. And we're locked at 7. Bucks with an immediate response. We take a timeout. Locked at 7 here at the Event Center.
We look forward to serving you here at your local community bank.
Every day we rise, bend, twist, walk, run, doing the things we love. They are simple until they are not. If pain is holding you back from simple tasks like work, playing sports, or spending time with loved ones, West River can help you get the pain relief you need to enjoy the things you love. Take the step to a happier, healthier life by calling us today, or go online to westriverchiro.com. West River Chiropractic, family, wellness, athletics. We are proud to be the official team chiropractor of the Bismarck Bucks.
Coach, you're a former lineman. How do you like this? The quarterback, Richard Stametti, leading the way for Justin Rankin. You had some criticisms there in the break.
Yeah.
How did he do?
Hey, he could have got that upfield shoulder, but I'll tell you what, when you're getting, you're getting the start and you're trying to help your team out, that's one way to win over your teammates as a quarterback, is just to go out there and throw a shoulder in there, even if it's not the biggest shoulder.
It was big enough. Stametti making his second start of the season. Didn't complete a pass on that first drive, but the Bucks do get into the end zone. 6-yard score from Justin Rankin. The two teams trade opening drive touchdowns here in the first quarter. Alongside the IFL Hall of Famer Robert Fuller, David Shugman here for Beck Sports. Barber getting set to kick off. The reigning IFL Special Teams Player of the Week, Trevon Saunders, back to return. And they squib it. He gets just by Saunders. Trouble over on the dashboard. Bucks may have a chance to recover this. No signal yet from the officials. There's a Bucks player with it, and it is Bucks football.
Wow. That is definitely a big break for Bismarck. And that's a heck of a coaching adjustment. It kind of had the vibe of a little bit of an onside kick. We call it kind of a sniper, where maybe you're going to try to kick it so it hits one of those upfield blockers. But, it had enough steam that it bounced along the boards, and just hustle play by Bismarck being able to get down there and put themselves in great field position with the ball at the 6.
It was Darion Jackson who came out with it. And now it'll be first down and goal at the 5 for the Bucks.
It was a great hustle play by Jackson.
Stametti across the way for Kerrigan. Strips one tackler, and he's pushed into the wall inside the 5.
Big defensive end Emery there is kicking himself. He's staying at home waiting for that fly motion to come right to him, and he let it get outside of him. He's a player that has done some great things. Coach Roberson spoke highly of him. He had the opportunity, if it wasn't for COVID, he'd probably be playing in the CFL right now, but he's here in Bismarck and in Green Bay, extending his career.
Second and goal from the 3, Stametti in the shotgun. Movement on the line. Blizzard have already been called for one penalty. However, this one seems to be on the Bucks.
Full start. Offense, number 10. 5-yard penalty, second down.
JT Stokes, the guilty party, and the Bucks will move it back 5 yards.
That's definitely not what you want to have happen in the red zone, but if you are trying to throw the football, this does buy you some more room. And, one thing we've talked about, here in Bismarck, these end zones are not very big, so, this opens up things for the passing game.
More very, very early movement.
5-yard penalty, remains second down.
There was no hiding for 6'6", 305-pound Matthew Snow on that one.
Ball back to 13, second and goal.
Yeah, definitely not. We talked about a little bit more room for the passing game.
Being a proud sponsor of the Bucks football team.
Bet Connect, the official communications provider of the Bismarck Bucks. Bet Connect, the official replay sponsor of the Bismarck Bucks.
So from second and goal at the 3 to second and goal at the 13 after back-to-back penalties. Low snap. Stametti picks it up at midfield, just gets rid of it. It's nearly picked off right at the dashboard, still fighting for it. And Raheem Harvey may have been able to wrestle it away. Second look on our All True Health Systems replay. The snaps were a big issue last week, and it was actually John Rankin who came down with it.
Yeah, that's definitely not what Coach Ross wants to see as his quarterback, just throwing the ball up. As you know, last week Green Bay, if they didn't take a pick six back to the house, they took one back. I think it was Triggs, too, that got them in scoring position and really turned the tide in that game. So it's definitely not what you want to see.
From 1st and goal at the 5 to 3rd and goal at the 10. Stametti steps up, and he's tripped up, lost the ball, but ground seems to have caused the fumble. It'll be 4th and goal. Decision time for Coy Ross.
Yeah, I think you just go ahead. Oh, so close. He was almost there. Got to be able to secure that football, but you know, I agree here with Coach just making this decision, you know, to take the lead, get the field goal. But, you know, as he talked, you know, it's good to get a field goal, but you want to get touchdowns and not too many of these.
About a 20-yard field goal for Barber. And Barber knocks it through. Bucks can't get the 6 they were hoping for, but they do tack on 3 and take their first lead of the game.
Since 1908, H.A. Thompson & Sons has helped thousands of buildings run comfortably through the hottest and coldest weather in North Dakota.
Now, our guaranteed maintenance agreements for heating and cooling systems keep your equipment running efficiently, reducing costs, and providing consistent comfort. Preventive maintenance doesn't cost, it actually saves. And we'll show you how to save money and improve your comfort.
Working together, we'll find ways to help your building and budget with our custom maintenance plans.
Call us today, H.A. Thompson & Sons.
Today's game on Beck is brought to you by Dakota Community Bank, Shields, Prairie Knights Casino, Stone Home Brewing Company, and West River Chiropractic. Able to pick up a fumble on a kickoff the last time around. This time, Eric Thomas Jr. bulldozes his way to the end zone. How about that for flipping the script?
Well, this game, we're getting the game's going to be a little bit different already. You know, they try to kick the squib, get it to the up back, but unfortunately that up back is pretty good. So, you know, Bismarck needs to figure this out. You know, I thought coming into this game, you know, the special teams is going to play a huge role in this game, and it's already, obviously, we're not even, you know, through a first quarter, and it's been a massive factor.
They kicked away from the key return man, didn't matter. Instead of Saunders, it's Thomas in the spotlight. Henry Knuckle extra point is right down Broadway. Blizzard take the lead back, 14-10, 5:26 to go in the first.
There are many gaming choices across the region, but why play games that don't reward you? Instead, join the Night Club, the Players Club at Prairie Knights Casino and Resort. When you use the Night Club card, you earn rewards like free slot play, comps, entries into big giveaways, great discounts, special offers, and more. And right now, you can get in on new member and referral bonuses. Like rewards? Join the club. The Night Club, only at Prairie Knights Casino and Resort. Feel lucky tonight.
When no one else is around. Champions get to work. They never rest. Never settle.
If you needed a reason to watch the IFL, how about the Green Bay Blizzard with 14 points in under 10 minutes, and they only run one offensive play? They've got some explosive athletes on this team. They scored on their first play from scrimmage. They just returned a kickoff for a touchdown from Eric Thomas Jr., and they've got a 14-10 lead, Coach.
Well, I guess this is going to be an exciting one tonight here. You know, if they keep this up, this is going to be a high-scoring game. But I'd imagine at some point they're going to settle in and, you know, and Bismarck's got to make sure that they stop kicking to those guys in the back.
Bucks will get set for their third offensive possession of the game. First was a touchdown, courtesy of Justin Rankin. Second came off a fumbled kickoff. They kicked a field goal after starting to drive inside the 5. Mike Kerrigan and Zarel Hendrick back to return. Henry Nell sends it away. A high bounce, Hendrick picks it up just in front of the end zone. Carrying that thing like a loaf of bread. He might just carry it to the end zone, and he's tackled inside the 15.
Well, he didn't get to the end zone, but he got close. You definitely want to see better ball security, maybe get that mouthpiece in. But hey, when you're starting off, you know, when your field position is, you know, the 15 and the 6, you know, you really put your offense in a good position.
Bucks 1-1 so far this season, coming off a disappointing home opener against Massachusetts just a week ago, 36-18 loss, and they started as good as they could have hoped for, up 12-0 at the end of the first quarter, outscored 36-6 the rest of the way. Hoping for better offense today throughout the game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Stametti fakes the handoff, checks down to Rankin. He's got an alley, springboards into the end zone. Rankin with his second score of the game.
This is a nice job here by Stametti. Play action, but Green Bay is blitzing, so he knows that if he can get that ball off, that Rankin is going to be by himself, basically with nobody covering him.
Justin Rankin, talk about an athlete. Hopping over the 2019 IFL Defensive Player of the Year, Bakari Triggs. And the Bucks take the lead back. Barber with a chance for one more. And just like that, Bismarck back in front, 17-14. 4:01 to go in the first. We'll step away.
Bucks football is presented by these fine sponsors: Aramark, Dakota Community Bank and Trust, Dickinson State University, Torgerson Auto Center, Stone Home Brewing Company, and West River Chiropractic. Bucks football is presented by these fine sponsors: Action Motorsports, Bill Barth Ford, Glenn's Welding, H.A. Thompson & Sons, Taco Del Mar, and Veracity Motors.
It took 60 minutes last week for the Bucks to score 18 points. It's taken less than 11 for them to pick up 17 today. Barber sends it away. Javon Saunders just in front of the end zone. Trey Harvey there.
Wow. I thought for sure when they kicked that football and it was going up in the air, I just said, oh boy, here we go again. But Harvey coming down and just dropping the hammer.
After the last return was an Eric Thomas Jr. touchdown. The Blizzard will come out, and it's been a good break for this offense. They got the ball to start the game. Very first play from scrimmage was a Kerry-on Moore touchdown from 27 yards out. See if they come out fresh.
Yeah, it's not often that you'll be sitting there with 3 minutes left in the first quarter and you're running your second offensive play.
May fakes down the sideline. He's got a man. Taylor couldn't haul it in, and he was wide open with a lane to the end zone.
You know, we talked a little bit before the game. I anticipated this actually being the Blizzards' first play of the game would just be simply to run a fade. Because, you know, if they watched film, they watched a couple busted coverages on fades, you know, by the #1 receiver. So, I mean, the outside receiver. So it's no surprise they're going to take a shot.
Blizzard come in today 2-1, dropped their home opener kickoff the season against the Bucks, 41-35. Took a Raheem Harvey touchdown with 6.6 seconds to go for the Bucks to escape with the opening night win. Since then, big wins against the Pirates, and last week beat Louisville by 20. May fakes the give to Moore, and a swarm of Bucks there to greet him in the backfield.
Coach Miller's got to be happy with that because May is a very dangerous quarterback. He has the ability to hurt you through the air, and his progression in passing, his maturation in the passing game has been really impressive to watch. But I just felt coming into this game that Bismarck really had to limit the damage that he does with his feet in order to have a chance in this game.
3rd down and 12, Duncan credited with that last stop. May with plenty of time, aims an arrow, too high for Thomas. It'll be 4th and long, and they'll bring out the special teams unit.
This is one thing, you know, if you're going to throw some of these longer routes where they're coming back, like just post drops and things like that, timing becomes important because one thing that Bismarck is really good at in the secondary is breaking on the football. They proved that last week, and you just saw it again with that pass.
Henry now will set up for a field goal. Quick snap. I don't know that this was the plan. He throws a pass that's intercepted by Dion Carter. There were flags before the play. Nell looked surprised by the snap. I don't know that that was the original plan. And now the officials are sorting out the dirty laundry.
Yeah, I'm watching the replay, trying to figure out what I just saw here.
As it stands now, Carter with the interception at about the 15, but the officials are discussing. Like we said, it doesn't look like everybody was set, Coach.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting.
We had multiple fouls on the play, 1 on each team. Illegal substitution, offense. The defense was not set at the snap. Those penalties will offset, we'll replay the down.
A whole lot of excitement for a whole lot of nothing. Let's do that again.
Yeah. So, you know, that happened to Green Bay. I believe it was last week. There was an illegal substitution on a special teams play. And then basically Bismarck was not set. The defensive linemen for Bismarck have to have their hand down on the ground, and they have to be heads up on the alignment that they're across.
This would be about a 50-yard field goal for Nell. See if he tries to make it or just tries to pin Bismarck back. Nell gives it a try, and it's through the back of the end zone. And that'll put Bismarck at about the 5-yard line, so not a bad decision by Nell. 49 seconds to go, Bucks offense comes back out.
Cluton Property Management, the official game ball sponsor of the Bucks. Cricket Wireless, the official smile cam of the Bismarck Bucks.
For those unfamiliar, what we just saw happen was actually a team not scoring. That was a defensive stop. We have not seen that yet today, so it could be pretty foreign to everybody. Bucks will set up on their own 5-yard line. Coach, it's been a different offense than we saw last week. What has made Bismarck so effective here in the first quarter?
Well, field position definitely it doesn't hurt. So this will be the real deal drive here where we get to see, you know, what they want to try to achieve when they've got field to work with.
Stametti standing in his own end zone. The flick to Rankin. Ball's off a couple of tacklers before being submarined by Emery and Jenkins, and that will likely bring the first quarter to a close. A back and forth first quarter, but Bismarck ends on top by 3 as we head into the second. Bucks 17, Blizzard 14. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Bucks football on Beck.
We look forward to serving you here at your local community bank.
Mattress Firm's Memorial Day sale is the perfect time to buy a Purple mattress. You've heard about it, now stop in and try the Purple Smart Comfort Grid technology. This means no more back pain no matter your body type. Get Mattress Firm's 120-night comfort trial and 0% financing up to 5 years. Top it off with huge savings and free gift with purchase. In stock, ready for immediate delivery, or pick it up yourself and toss it in the trunk. Find your Purple mattress at Mattress Firm's Memorial Day sale, where North Dakota shops for Purple.
Start of the second quarter here on Beck, brought to you by Veracity Motors, H.A. Thompson & Sons, Who Hots, the Rough Rider Center, and New Leaf Hospitality. With Robert Fuller, David Sugarman here at the Bismarck Event Center. Exciting first quarter, Bismarck with a 17-14 edge, and they've got the football and maybe some future Bucks. Coach, how does this translate to football?
Well, got to be able to have some high knees here. And I don't know who this guy is in first, but
he's a winner is what he is.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that guy, well, he doesn't really care.
We got to keep tabs on him.
Stameti fumbled a low snap in the end zone, checked down to Rankin, and he's taken down at about the 10. Flag during the play, though.
Guessing by Coach Roberson's reaction that it's probably on the defense.
Several flags on both teams already as we await the call from the official.
Number 33 wasn't in a 3 or 4 point stance at the snap. 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. Repeat second down.
So DeJohn Emery called for illegal defense, not in a 3-point stance, and so the Bucks will get a little bit of breathing room here.
Yeah, Emery's a heck of a player, and I know he's going to be kicking himself for that. That's just a mental error that you can't have. So in indoor football, that defensive line, they all need to have their hands down. The nose guard has to be head up on the center, and the defensive ends have to have a piece of the guard, which means when they line up, you know, part of their shoulder pad has to be aligned directly across from part of the guard's shoulder pad.
Has to be in the alley, as they call it.
Yep.
So it'll be 2nd down and 7 for the Bucks. Stameti dumps it off for Rankin. He's got a lot of real estate. Rankin bursts his way inside the 20. And then Matthew Snow and a couple of Blizzard get into it at midfield.
So what you're seeing here is Coach Ross, the offensive coordinator for the Bucks, is taking advantage of the aggressive nature of Green Bay. So they're blitzing their linebacker, and instead of keeping their running back in to block like a lot of teams do, they're utilizing Rankin by running him out on routes, just a simple swing route. And when that happens, the defensive end needs to be aware, and the defensive end actually needs to peel off and cover that man.
First down and 10 from the 17. Quick delivery, Stameti for Harvey's first catch. He dashes down the sideline, and he was pushed into the dashboard at about the 10. Coach, we've seen a lot of quick plays, quick job of getting it out again right here by Stameti. Offensive line struggled that week. Do you think that's catering to that right now?
Well, yeah, you know, when you can get the ball out on the perimeter, you know, and you can start to get that defense moving laterally instead of forward, that's really helpful. Stemedi throws he's got great velocity on his passes, so screen passes naturally will be good for him. You're going to see teams like Sioux Falls, Arizona, you're going to see Tucson running a lot of screens, taking advantage of their athleticism on the outside.
Timeout for the Bucks. When we come back, they'll be working at about the 10-yard line. 12:34 to go here in the half.
Bucks football is presented by these fine sponsors: Bank Communications Cooperative, Shields, Pure Country, Runnings Farm and Fleet, Taco Del Bar, Gluten Property Management. Bucks football is presented by these fine sponsors: Who Hot Mongolian Grill, Jiffy Lube, Hawk Tree Golf Course, Moss Adams, Premier Property, and Shields. Gluten Properties, the official housing sponsor of the Bismarck Bucks. ID Chrysler, the official touchdown sponsor of the game.
We welcome you back to the Event Center. Bismarck up 17-14. When we last left you, the Bucks were coming back. Would have been 2nd and 4 at the 11, but our last play is now under review to see if Harvey was in fact pushed into the dashboards or not. Now this is important to note. You can go into the dashboard and still be in play as long as the other team doesn't make contact with you to get you there. Was Harvey touched while he's on the board is the question. Certainly looked like it there, Coach. Do you see anything that could overturn this?
Yeah, I need to see this just one more time just to see if his feet are into the board while the defender reaches out to touch him. That does look like he is out right there. I thought initially it is something that Bismarck might want to take a look at, but I just feel like right there, the contact by the defender, he's not forcing him into the boards, but he's making contact while he's touching the boards, and it should be out right there.
Important to note, this was called out on the field, so would need conclusive evidence to overturn this. Right now, as it stands, it's 2nd and 4. Bucks will be on the 11-yard line, and it doesn't seem as if the officials are going to overturn this, but let's get the word.
The ruling on the field was confirmed. The runner was down by contact into the wall.
So you heard it. Nothing changes. It'll be 2nd down and 4 at the 11. No score there doesn't change the fact that Bucks offense has had some real rhythm in this first half, Coach.
Yeah, I tell you what, you know, I feel like, you know, Coach Ross is coming in with a good game plan. You know, you're seeing a lot of things happening on the perimeter, and that alone takes some pressure off of your offensive line.
Stemedi, a perfect 4 for 4 far. Looking end zone. 4 for 5 and an interception to boot. Picked off in the back of the end zone by Mamadou Mbai, and then a flag after the fact.
Yeah, that's a very ill-advised throw. There's basically 3 Green Bay defenders in that alley, and Green Bay has picked off an awful lot of passes so far in this early season.
Discussing the flag, it's likely going to be a personal foul on somebody here. There was a lot of jawing after the fact.
And it's definitely something the officials want to keep control of the game. You know, you have 2 classy organizations, 2 very classy coaches, but, you know, they still want to make sure this doesn't get out of control.
Is an interception and a touchback. After the play. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Bismarck, number 71. Unsportsmanlike contact. Green Bay, number 7. Those plays will offset. That is the first unsportsmanlike conduct for both players that counts towards disqualification for the game.
So unsportsmanlike offsetting penalties. Offensive lineman for the Bucks, Sterling Clark, and the man who made the interception for Green Bay, Mamadou Mbai. So nobody for the worse right now, but if they do get another later in the game, it will result in an ejection. And we were just giving the Bucks offense a whole lot of credit, but a turnover in the in the red zone for the second straight week, that could be costly again.
Yeah, for sure. You know, to get these type of opportunities, you know, especially, you know, when you're facing second short, you just don't want to be forcing things in there, especially when it's not a wide open look.
Damian May yet to complete a pass today. Just 0 for 2. He's got Kerryon Moore, who's only carried the ball once so far, was a 26-yard touchdown. May gonna try and take it himself. Keontae Cadeau and a swarm of Bucks there to push him out at about the 7.
So this is something that Green Bay will do, kind of coming out of the end zone and then going into the end zone. May is definitely a danger, you know, with his feet, and Moore, while not being the biggest running back, is a heck of a lead blocker. He does not shy away from contact at all.
May, who played quarterback, wide receiver, and running back at college. This time he's playing quarterback, and he misses the mark for Thomas Jr.
And one thing he did really well last week was throw those corner routes. His timing was just perfect last week, struggling just a little bit. Definitely wishes he had that one back.
May, an Alabama A&M product. 9 for 14 with 4 touchdowns in the win last week over Louisville. Trying to avenge their only loss of this young IFL season from the opening week against the Bucks. Green Bay on the road for the first time in 2021. On 3rd and 6, May stepped in front and batted by Hendrick.
Now, I would anticipate at some point, you know, you've got him thinking that you're going to run that corner route, so you're going to fake the corner and run the post. It'll be interesting to see, you know, if Green Bay makes that adjustment and goes back to that. But just a really nice break on the football.
Hendrick, very casual, just hanging out, waiting to return this one. Henry Nell will set up for what's about a 52-yarder. Snap and hold are good. Nell gives it a whirl. Hendrick leaps forward. He'll take it out of the back of the end zone. Past the 5. Hendrick makes his way across the field. And a good return out to the 22-yard line. Zarrell Hendrick. He made all the effort in the world to make sure he got a chance to return this one. You can see why.
I tell you what, if you know, the way he holds that football has got to drive Coach Miller crazy, but, you know, it's hard to get on your guy when he's producing and giving you great field position for that offense.
Timeout on the field, 9:33 to go. We'll take it with them. Bucks with a football and a 3-point lead.
Mattress Firm's Memorial Day sale is the perfect time to buy a Purple mattress. You've heard about it, now stop in and try the Purple Smart Comfort Grid technology. This means no more back pain no matter your body type. Get Mattress Firm's 120-night comfort trial and 0% financing up to 5 years. Top it off with huge savings and free gift with purchase. In stock, ready for immediate delivery, or pick it up yourself and toss it in the trunk. Find your Purple mattress at Mattress Firm's Memorial Day sale, where North Dakota shops for Purple.
Mattress Firm, the official timeout sponsor of the Bismarck Bucks. Sleep Number, your official sleep partner of the Bismarck Bucks.
We welcome you back to the event center. A couple of Bucks fans showing off their golf gear. Well, I don't know if you call that showing off. Oh,
My advice.
I don't know if his friend was just trying to make him feel better or what.
Yeah, this is definitely not my world, but I'm going to say don't quit your day job.
A couple of guys are. I hope they still give him a T-shirt because they're trying out there. 9:33 to go here in the first half, alongside the IFL Hall of Famer Robert Fuller. I'm David Sugarman, and good weekend to be an IFL Hall of Famer. A couple of new inductees this weekend, and a really loaded class. One name in particular, a lot of NFL fans might remember Fred Jackson, former Bills running back and Sioux City Bandits player, getting inducted into the Hall of Fame. Stametti lost it on the cockback. Ball still being fought over. And it is Green Bay football. Stametti just slipped right out of his hand. And the Blizzard are on top of it, just like that.
Wow. You know, to talk about Fred Jackson, you know, I joked before, you know, I'd have a lot more career wins if it wasn't for Fred Jackson. You know, I was coaching in Omaha when he was playing for Coach Jefferson in Sioux City. Fred Jackson was one of the most intense and just one of the best football players that I've ever seen in the IFL. I mean, he, you know, for an offensive player, he had a defensive mentality of just doing whatever it took to help his team win.
Jackson among 4 inductees being inducted today in Sioux City for their game at halftime of that contest. Damian May, oh, Carry-On Moore just lit up. Devon Keith and then Duncan came in flying after the fact, and he may get tagged for that last flag.
After the play, personal foul. Defense, number 2.
I mean, this is just unnecessary,
Yeah.
right, Coach?
Yeah, I mean, when something is that, it just leads me to believe that he just did not hear a whistle, did not see what was going on, did not know if he was down. I just would have a hard time believing that he would do that just intentionally.
Nonetheless, a personal foul on Duncan, and automatic first down. And the Blizzard with about 8:22 to go in this first half, halfway through this second quarter. It'll be first down and 10 at the 12. After a high-octane first quarter, 31 combined points, none so far here in the second. May fakes the pitch. He's got a lane. Oh, and he's got the juke. Damian May, known a little bit more for his legs than his arms, showing why.
When you watch this replay, you're going to see 5 Bucks players that basically have him as a responsibility at some point during this play. They're going to run the speed option there. They've got a defensive end sitting there, a flat defender, a linebacker, a corner, and safety. And they all are late to the party.
Blizzard take the lead back. Henry Nell tacks on the point after. Blizzard go back in front, score the first points of the second quarter. 7:24 to go in the half. Blizzard 5-4.
Bucks football is presented by these fine sponsors: Aramark, Dakota Community Bank and Trust, Dickinson State University, Torgerson Auto Center, Stone Home Brewing Company, and West River Chiropractic.
May is National Beef Month, and what better time to explain where the different cuts of beef come from. We are in grilling season, and knowing your way around cuts of beef can be useful when choosing a cut of meat. National Beef Month is a time to thank cattlemen that work tirelessly to keep meat on our tables and keep our ag economy strong. We are proud to recognize, celebrate, and support all those hardworking men and women. A big thank you from Dakota Community Bank and Trust.
Turd Burglar, the official sponsor of the Deuce Rule. West River Chiropractic, the sponsor of the second half adjustments.
Today's game on Beck is brought to you by Poem. ID Chrysler, Mattress Firm, Runnings Farm and Fleet, and the Missouri Valley YMCA. 7:24 left in the half. Blizzard go back on top. 21-17, Nail sends it away and through the back of the end zone. So we saw this last week, Coach. Bucks had 12 points in the first quarter. We're up 12-0. Then they only scored 6 points the rest of the way. Long way to go here, but they scored 17 points in that first quarter. We're really in a good rhythm. Haven't found that yet here in the second quarter. Just turned the ball over. How can they find that magic again?
Well, it's just basically it's fundamental football. You know, last week it was the errant snaps. Now it's just ball security. You know, those things will kill drives, you know, faster than anything. But they definitely got to clean this up. You know, this is the IFL. And, you know, if you want to win football games, whether you're at home or on the road, you know, you've got to commit the fewest penalties. You've got to have the fewest turnovers. After
back-to-back turnovers from Stemeti, Glenn Couillette in at quarterback. Got the start last week. Hands off to Kerrigan on the end around. Shows off the Jets. Bursts inside the 15-yard line. And that's something that Blizzard head coach Corey Roberson said gave his defense some trouble week one. All the misdirection from Corey Ross's offense.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, now you're seeing, you know, first it was Emery and then now it's Canty that is just not seeing that motion. You know, those guys are, you know, they're not getting upfield. You know, they're trying to play assignment sharp, but, you know, it's a nice job, you know, with that fly motion, just hitting it hard and not hesitating, getting outside that defensive end.
Couillette, 8 for 15 with 98 yards and a couple scores last week. Gives to Rankin, submarine by Emery.
Yeah, Emery. Again, you know, I don't know if somebody else had contained responsibilities. He was not playing with any contained responsibilities there. He was going for the running back regardless of what happened.
The man they call Bones sniffed that one out in a hurry. Former Arkansas State product getting into the backfield, a 3-yard loss. 2nd and 13 from the 18. Couillette. Sacked. Emery there again. From 1st and 10 at the 15, and now it'll be 3rd and long.
So right now, you know, they've got Jones in there playing left guard. You know, he's kind of a mauler, you know, really good in the run game, but, you know, that's a tough matchup for him against Emery. You know, when that quarterback is looking for that deeper throw. You know, he's a good football player out there. Coach Roberson is very high on him. It's just a really tough matchup.
So Emery, who had 5 tackles a week ago, got into the backfield the last 2 plays. 3rd and 20. Couillette dials one up over the middle, picked off by Grady. He's got blockers in front. Had a pick 6 the opening week of the season, and Couillette prevents another. But the Blizzard are in business.
This is just, you know, I think it starts with Emery just bull rushing Jones right back into the quarterback's face. And against this Green Bay team, this secondary is young, but man, they are good. And if you're going to throw junk up to them, they are going to pick it off and they're going to make you pay for it. So again, you know, we're just seeing you can't turn it over like that. You can't make those poor decisions.
You touched on how good this secondary is. You go across the line. Bakari Triggs, the 2019 IFL Defensive Rook of the Year. Malik Reeves is the reigning IFL Defensive Player of the Week. And Mason Gray had 2 interceptions and 2 touchdowns the opening week against Bismarck. He just picked off another. There's not really a weak spot you can attack in this secondary.
No, not at all. And when you play a team like that, you've just got to be fundamentally sound. And, you know, if you can create one-on-one matchups, great, but you got to do it with Harvey. You know, and Bismarck has other receivers that are very good, but just, you know, you can't throw up junk against this team. You know, you've got to be really, really precise with what you're trying to accomplish.
3 turnovers The last 3 drives for Bismarck held scoreless so far through this second quarter, and the Blizzard have a chance to take their first 2-possession lead. They'll set up shop at the 6. Emery gives to Thomas. Oh, that's just too easy. Thomas with his second touchdown. First was a kickoff return, second comes on the ground.
Yeah, this is just too easy for Green Bay. You know, when you're the corner, and if you're trying to make a tackle inside out, you're in trouble. You've got to force that back inside.
Snap a little high, but Blizzard able to control it. Kick is up and through the uprights. Blizzard take their first double-digit lead of the day. 3:12 to go in the first half. Bucks trying to rebound when we come back.
Poem Design is your shop for specialized and meaningful home decor. Nothing makes a house a home like personalized designs that celebrate your milestones and tells your family's unique story. Check out our e-commerce site to find signs, photo prints, and much more. Let Poem's cutting-edge technology create unique products to help you add your personal touch to any space. Visit poemdesign.net to shop our catalog today.
Bucks football is presented by these fine sponsors: Bank Communications Cooperative, Shields, Pure Country, Runnings Farm and Fleet, Taco Del Mar, Gluten Property Management, West River Chiropractic, the official chiropractor of the Bismarck Bucks, Missouri Valley YMCA, your official workout facility of the Bismarck Bucks.
3:12 to go in the first half. Green Bay shutting out Bismarck so far in this second quarter, 14-0, and they're holding strong onto a 28-17 lead. Nell with a bouncing kick taken by Kerrigan inside the 10. And he's wrapped up at the 20-yard line, and that's where the Bucks will set up shop. So we've now seen both quarterbacks, and both quarterbacks have turned the ball over. Stametti with an interception in the end zone, followed by a fumble, and then Couillette with an interception on his last drive to stop the last Green Bay score. What does Bismarck need to do better to take care of the football?
I think they just need to take a deep breath and just get back to, you know, the things that they were doing to start the game. Just again, just trying to emphasize the game, whether it's just running, you know, screen passes, hitches, just anything that, you know, will help them gain a little bit of momentum.
Couillette decides to tuck and run, gets past midfield and lowers the shoulder. Mason Gray in there on the stop.
And that's another thing is, you know, utilizing your quarterback's ability to run the football. So just a little quarterback ISO here. Gets them the first down, get them a little bit of momentum.
Couillette certainly the more mobile of the two between him and Stametti. And still 3 weeks in, the Bucks have played both quarterbacks in all 3 games now, still trying to figure out who their best option is. Right now it's Couillette in there, and he's got some work to do. 1st and 10. Pitch off to Rankin. He's got some wheels, and he runs into Mbai near the markers.
You know, I definitely like getting the football into Rankin's hands. You know, he's a very capable back. You know, the receiver's doing an okay job blocking downfield. You know, one guy I wanted to talk about, just Paxton had a really nice block there and is doing a good job. I was critical of him last week just with some snaps, but you know, so far, you know, he's holding it down in the middle. And I think, you know, if you're going to be, you know, the successful teams in the IFL, they're all really good up the middle. And what I mean by that, center, nose guard, linebacker, running back, quarterback, safety.
2nd down and 3. This time they fake the give to Rankin. Couillette's reach for the marker. It was a good wrap-up from Deldrick Canty.
Just working a little read there. It's good bread and butter play, and I think it's a good play for Bismarck to run. Couillette has that ability, and he's a threat.
That brings us down to the 1-minute warning. Bismarck trying to get in the end zone one more time before the half, down by 11.
When no one else is around. Champions get to work. They never rest. Never settle.
One minute to go here in the first half. Bucks down by 11, but knocking on the door. They've got 3rd down and 1 on the Green Bay 10. 17 points in the first quarter, trying to avoid being held scoreless in the second for the second straight week. Couillette takes a low snap, gives a stiff arm, and Canty bangs him into the dashboard. Looks as if Couillette enough.
Yeah, and I'm not sure why the clock is running right now.
And the Blizzard just took a timeout. Should be a few more seconds back on the clock, but we'll take a look at that when we come back.
We look forward to serving you here at your local community bank.
Every day we rise, bend, twist, walk, run, doing the things we love. They are simple until they are not. If pain is holding you back from simple tasks like work, playing sports, or spending time with loved ones, West River can help you get the pain relief you need to enjoy the things you love. Take the step to a happier, healthier life by calling us today or go.
They just put 10 extra seconds on the clock for the Bucks, and right as we come back, Green Bay takes their second consecutive timeout. We'll keep things right here in Bismarck. So 52 seconds left to go. Coach, Bucks haven't scored in this quarter. They've been in the red zone a couple of times. One time they had to settle for 3 in the first quarter. Here in the second, we saw an interception in the back of the end zone. What needs to be different red zone offense-wise here?
Well, they got to be smart with the football and get points. You know, when you get into the red zone, you got to get points. You got to get some type of points. You know, the most successful teams are typically the teams that are the most efficient in the red zone, and they have to get some points, preferably a touchdown. You know, right now, you know, Coach Roberson is talking about, you know, some of the clock procedures and times and just having to burn a timeout when he should not have had to. But you know, this would be interesting what the Bucks choose to do here and how they go about doing it.
52 seconds to go, and you've also touched on in a league where we've seen today's perfect example. People can score in one play. We've seen that a couple of times already today. Priority number 1 is get the ball in the end zone, but the Bucks want to take this down to as close as 0 as they can, right?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, because right now, you know, if they score quick or Green Bay stops them, Green Bay's got plenty of time. You know, there's 52 seconds left, but Green Bay has 2 timeouts. That's an eternity in indoor football.
First and goal at the 9. Couillette in trouble, makes a run for it, reaches for the goal line. Touchdown, Bismarck.
So what you're going to see here is Bismarck blitzed, so that means they have man. But Canty at the defensive end kind of got lost with some of that backfield motion, gave up contain, which allowed our quarterback to run and score. I mean, it's pretty simple breakdown. Couillette with just a real nice heads-up play, understanding what's going on and taking advantage of the defensive error by Green Bay.
So the Bucks with a much-needed touchdown. Barber with a chance to trim the lead to 4. Extra point is up and good. Just 40 ticks left in the first half. Green Bay going to have one more crack at it.
Since 1908, H.A. Thompson & Sons has helped thousands of buildings run comfortably through the hottest and coldest weather in North Dakota.
Now, our guaranteed maintenance agreements for heating and cooling systems keep your equipment running efficiently, reducing costs, and providing consistent comfort. Preventive maintenance doesn't cost, it actually saves. And we'll show you how to save money and improve your comfort.
Working together, we'll find ways to help your building and budget with our custom maintenance plans.
Call us today, H.A. Thompson & Sons.
Seconds to go here in the first half, and if you haven't been watching this game, that's probably enough time for Green Bay to score about 5 or maybe 6 touchdowns. That's the way it's been. They've already returned a kickoff for a touchdown, and on their very first play from scrimmage today, 26-yard run from Kerryon Moore. Eric Thomas Jr., the guy who ran back the touchdown, also has a rushing touchdown today, standing at about the 15. And Trevon Saunders on your screen right there is the reigning IFL special player. Good choices for the kicker, Cody Barber.
Yeah, you don't want either one of those guys touching the football. So now the deuce rule is in effect. So the kicker can, if he kicks it through the uprights, it would be worth 2 points. The risk involved is if you don't kick it through the uprights and you kick it out of bounds, then you give Green Bay outstanding field position with 42 seconds left and 2 timeouts.
See what Barber elects to do. He does have a strong leg. And Saunders will field this in the back of the end zone. Oh, lit up at the 5.
Exceptional play.
Lawrence Ross III there on arrival.
This is a great job. He's fighting through a block. Comes down. I just, again, you know, when I saw Bismarck kick it deep, I'm just thinking, oh no, why'd you guys do that? But you know, again, they're just these last 2, I believe, they're just getting exceptional coverage by their kickoff team, and that's exactly what you need, are just guys that are going to maintain their lane integrity, but they're going to come down just on fire.
38 seconds and 2 timeouts to work with for Green Bay. From the 6, May takes it himself, and he's halted at the 12 by Harvey. Clock continues to run. And a timeout called. Coy Roberson uses his second timeout. We'll step away, 30 seconds to go in the first half.
There are many gaming choices across the region, but why play games that don't reward you? Instead, join the Night Club, the Players Club at Prairie Nights Casino and Resort. When you use the Night Club card, you earn rewards like free slot play, comps, entries into big giveaways, great discounts, special offers, and more. And right now, you can get in on new member and referral bonuses. Like rewards? Join the club. The Night Club, only at Prairie Nights Casino and Resort. Feel lucky tonight.
When no one else is around. Champions get to work.
32 seconds and a half. May off the mark. Was looking for Thomas Jr., who slipped on the route. A flag thrown in the area of roughing the passer, though.
Roughing the passer. Defense, number 15. Leg hit on the quarterback. 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
A major penalty on Devon Keith, a 15-yard penalty. Keeps the drive moving forward instead of bringing up fourth down, and now the Blizzard, 29 seconds and only 22 yards to the end zone.
I didn't see I was looking downfield just at the pass concepts and just looking at the secondary play, so I didn't see it, but that's just such a critical error at such a critical time. You just gave Green Bay basically a new life here.
Bucks' fourth penalty of the first half. It comes back to bite them. May with more sidecar left. May immediately takes it himself, and Harvey escorts him out of bounds. That was the most impolite way to say take a seat I've ever seen.
That is awesome. So for the fans, if a football goes out of bounds, you can keep it, but if a player does, you got to throw him back.
So Damian May won't be going home with any lucky fans tonight.
Not at
23 seconds to go. Second down, and about a 3 or 4 yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 6. May, time to dial it up. Looking end zone, batted by Carter. Flag on the play.
I have a feeling this might be illegal defense.
Deion Carter in on the coverage. May was looking for Smith.
Number 2, inside the belt, non-mirroring. 5-yard penalty. Repeat first down.
So repeat of first down because Malik Duncan was inside the belt. Something that we were talking about this before the game, Coach, was not a big point of emphasis when you were coaching in the IFL, but break down what the belt is simply.
So, you know, it actually was just, it was starting to.
Timeout, Bismarck Bucks.
Okay. So starting to, you know, basically, again, you know, if he's going to be inside of those 5 yards, I mean, I'm not sure how much things have changed, but, you know, you've got to be head up on that receiver. You can't be shaded way inside or out. You know, it was always, I think it was just always a point of contention in, you know, the coaches' meetings and just trying to get clarification of what it was. And I just feel like over these last couple seasons, you know, we've seen so many illegal defenses just based off of that mistake and that alignment.
Get one more look here.
Yeah.
Looking at number 2, Malik Duncan.
So you can jam him, but you see that he's shaded inside. He's trying to funnel him out. So, you know, my best recollection is that he needs to be head up. He can't jump inside and try to force him out into the safety.
2 penalties on this final drive of the first half. May got by one defender, but Devon Keith was there to greet him at the 15. And the Blizzard will use their final timeout of the half. 14 seconds to go in the first half. We'll step away for just a moment.
Bucks football is presented by these fine sponsors: Aramark, Dakota Community Bank and Trust, Dickinson State University, Torgerson Auto Center, Stone Home Brewing Company, and West River Chiropractic.
3rd down and 3. Blizzard spend their final time out of the first half. 14 ticks to go. From the 10, and Rod Miller was practically out to midfield asking for a flag. It should be a false start on the Blizzard.
Yeah, that's something there. They get a little bit of leeway on the snap, but you don't get 5 yards of leeway by your receivers.
It was number 1, Eric Thomas Jr. He's got 2 touchdowns today, so can't be too mad at him, but he's the guilty party that time. So 14 seconds to go. They'll move it back to 3rd down and 8 at the 20-yard line. So the Blizzard need to get to the Bucks 13. Bucks will get the football coming out of the halftime locker room. However, this is a crucial stand for Bismarck in what's been a difficult second quarter.
Absolutely. Bismarck has to keep Green Bay out of the end zone and at best limit them to a field goal.
Mays by himself. Under pressure, Harvey knocks him down. And he pegs the play clock with 10 seconds. So now it'll be 4th down and 8. And Henry Nell, the kicker, will make his way out onto the field and try and make it a touchdown lead.
Like, that's a really aggressive play call by Coach Miller on the defensive end to send that blitz, you know, knowing that Green Bay's got to throw that football, and you want to put pressure on it and speed up that quarterback clock.
Nell just 6 for 13 so far this season. This one from 32. Snap and holder good, and so's the kick with 6 seconds to go. Nell makes the lead a touchdown. 31-24 Blizzard when we come back.
Since 1908, H.A. Thompson & Sons has helped thousands of buildings run comfortably through the hottest and coldest weather in North Dakota.
Now, our guaranteed maintenance agreements for heating and cooling systems keep your equipment running efficiently, reducing costs, and providing consistent comfort. Preventive maintenance doesn't cost, it actually saves. And we'll show you how to save money and improve your comfort.
Working together, we'll find ways to help your building and budget with our custom maintenance plans.
Call us today, H.A. Thompson & Sons.
Six seconds to go. The lead is 7 for Green Bay. Chance to make it potentially 9 here at the end of the first half. Final minute of each half. The deuce rule is in effect in the IFL. If Henry Nell can get it through the uprights, it's a deuce for the Blizzard. He gives it his best try, and it's off the mark and through the back of the end zone. 6 seconds remaining for the Bucks offense.
So that was a nice job by the Bucks, you know, holding Green Bay to a field goal attempt. But, you know, here's the problem with that deuce attempt is now, you know, you've given Bismarck the ball at midfield. You know, I could see them. They've got 1 timeout left. They can get a playoff, and they can actually, you know, whether they choose to try to score, but they should at least get a field goal opportunity out of this.
Couillette, who entered here in the second quarter, his only pass was intercepted. But on the last drive, he did make up for it with a 9-yard touchdown run. See what he does here. Couillette takes the snap. Probing. Looking towards the side. And it's batted down and complete. 3 seconds should give the Bucks one more look to the end zone.
Yeah, field goal team is coming on. So that's tough, you know, that right-handed quarterback rolling out to his left. And I believe it was Emery there, was in quick pursuit, forced him to throw the football.
A 37-yarder, high snap. Couillette takes it down, and Barber knocks it down. Cody Barber, blind in one eye, doesn't matter. The longest tenured Buck ends the half with a three-point buzzer beater, if you will. And the Bucks, after a rough second quarter, have trimmed the Blizzard lead down to 4. 31-27. Tell you what, we have decided nothing here from the event center. We'll be back in a few minutes for the Farmers Union Insurance halftime report.
Since 1908, H.A. Thompson & Sons has helped thousands of buildings run comfortably through the hottest and coldest weather in North Dakota.
Now, our guaranteed maintenance agreements for heating and cooling systems keep your equipment running efficiently, reducing costs, and providing consistent comfort. Preventive maintenance doesn't cost, it actually saves. And we'll show you how to save money and improve your comfort.
Working together, we'll find ways to help your building and budget with our custom maintenance plans.
Call us today, H.A. Thompson & Sons.
There are many gaming choices across the region, but why play games that don't reward you? Instead, join the Night Club, the Players Club at Prairie Knights Casino and Resort. When you use the Night Club card, you earn rewards like free slot play, comps, entries into big giveaways, great discounts, special offers, and more. And right now, you can get in on new member and referral bonuses. Like rewards? Join the club. The Night Club, only at Prairie Knights Casino and Resort. Feel lucky tonight.
Mattress Firm's Memorial Day sale is going on now and you can save big. We have over $1 million of inventory in stock ready for immediate delivery. Save up to $1,000 on America's best brands. Get a king for the price of a queen or free adjustable on select Sealy, Serta, and Beautyrest mattresses. Save up to $500 on Tempur-Pedic adjustable mattress sets, plus get $300 in bonus cash. Get huge savings on the all-new Purple mattress. Let our dream team help you save big during Mattress Firm's Memorial Day sale.
Welcome back into the show, everybody. In the midst of a three-game homestand, the Bucks are taking advantage of the home stretch by supporting a number of worthy causes. The home opener featured Breast Cancer Awareness Night, and this week is another worthy cause, Military Appreciation Night, which means just a little bit more to one Bismarck Buck in particular. Devon Keith, defensive lineman, born and raised on Shaw Air Force Base in South Carolina. Both his father, Gerard, and grandfather, Melvin, served in the armed forces, and he said he's confident that his upbringing helped him make him the man he is today. While it was a strict military household, growing up on the base had its fun times, too.
You know, I always had a good time. You know, of course, when there, air shows would come into town, for a long time I wanted to be a pilot. I took my ASVAB in in high school and was ready to go. My dad, kind of said, him and my grandpa sacrificed, so maybe I could do something else.
Fun aside, Keith was raised on the importance of understanding the commitment and sacrifice so many choose to make.
When you grow up in that household, you live with somebody who has done the ultimate sacrifice for not only you, but for your family and for others. So you get that appreciation, but, you also get a, point of view from both sides. If I see a veteran, I make sure to congratulate or thank you for your service or anything like that. Just any type of gesture to know that I'm appreciative of the freedoms I get to have just because these guys laid their life on the line for us.
A big thank you to Devon and his family for their service.
Poem Design is your shop for specialized and meaningful home decor. Nothing makes a house a home like personalized designs that celebrate your milestones and tells your family's unique story. Check out our e-commerce site to find signs, photo prints, and much more. Let Poem's cutting-edge technology create unique products to help you add your personal touch to any space. Visit poemdesign.net to shop our catalog today.
Every day we rise, bend, twist, walk, run, doing the things we love. They are simple until they are not. If pain is holding you back from simple tasks like work, playing sports, or spending time with loved ones, West River can help you get the pain relief you need to enjoy the things you love. Take the step to a happier, healthier life by calling us today, or go online to westriverchiro.com. West River Chiropractic, family, wellness, athletics. We are proud to be the official team chiropractor of the Bismarck Bucks.
Another session of Hurry Up Offense. This week we're talking to defensive lineman Tuni Rapati. Tuni, we're going to get to know you a little bit better with some rapid fire questions. Think you can handle that?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's get walking.
Let's do it.
First things first, we got a couple of Ball State guys in the office.
Right.
Best place to eat at Ball State?
Ooh, that's a hard question. I like Yats. It's a little southern place.
Okay.
In the village by the apartments.
Okay.
It's pretty good. They serve pretty good food.
Favorite IFL city or IFL city you're looking forward to visiting the most?
Arizona, wherever we go in Arizona. Going back to the West Coast with the good weather.
Favorite ice cream flavor?
Chocolate.
Best trash talker on the team?
I would say one of them is Larry O, offensive lineman.
If you weren't involved in football, what would you be doing with your life?
Right now, I'll probably be taking care of my baby. I have a son, 4 months. Probably, professional dancer. No, I'm playing.
Favorite part about playing in the IFL?
IFL, short field, man. I don't got to run too far, but it's a good game to get your reaction time up. It's way faster than outdoor. So yeah.
Can I get a chirp chirp for the guys in the office?
Chirp chirp, let's get it, Ball State.
You heard it here first. Chirp chirp for the Ball State guys. Noah and Mick, that one's for you. Another Hurry Up Offense with offensive lineman Tuni Rapati.
Chirp, chirp. Never thought I'd be saying that as an IU guy. Thanks to Tuni for joining us. And if there's somebody you want to see specifically on Hurry Up Offense, maybe a question you want asked, feel free to let us know at Beck Sports on Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram. You can also hit up the Bucks on social media.
What a first half here from the Bismarck Event Center. Very first play from scrimmage, Kerryon Moore with a 26-yard touchdown that got the party started. It was all Green Bay early on. Tell you what, Kerryon Moore, he has got some speed.
He is fast, and I tell you what, I've seen so many players coming from Winston-Salem State that have those wheels.
Bucks immediately responded. Justin Rankin with his quarterback, I wouldn't quite say leading the way, but at least helping him out a little bit to tie this thing up. Then Green Bay, a little bit of trouble on the kickoff. Darion Jackson able to get on top of it. That led to a field goal to take a 10-7 lead early on. Turnovers would end up being costly on both sides here in the first half. More on that in a bit. How do you redeem yourself on special teams? How about a touchdown? Eric Thomas Jr., they had got dangerous return men all over the place on this Green Bay squad, Coach.
Yeah, I tell you what, both kick return teams happen to be some of the most exciting teams on the field.
Thomas Jr. broke by one man at the 25. Whoop! A little bit of dexterity and then just a little bit of power at the end. Then Richard Stemetti, a little bit of a Butterfinger situation there. Lost the football. Green Bay recovered here. That was one of 3 first-half turnovers for the Bucks. And the Blizzard took advantage. Damian May stumbled his way into the end zone for Green Bay. They didn't pass the ball very much in that first half, but ran the ball effectively, Coach.
Yeah, and when you have that 1-2 punch in that backfield in Green Bay, you might as well swing with those two guys.
On the other side, Glenn Couillette had some trouble early on. Dejon Emery with a big sack first, and then Couillette got going a little bit. over the middle. Well, not this time. Mason Gray with his 3rd interception of the season. They've all come against Bismarck. This secondary has wreaked some havoc in the first half.
Yeah, these guys are going to take advantage of every opportunity you provide them.
And on the ensuing possession, Eric Thomas Jr. making the Bucks look silly. His 2nd touchdown of the half. But here's where Kuyet got into a little bit of a rhythm, reaching out for a 9-yard score to get into the end zone. Henry Nell tacked on a field goal for Green Bay. And then May with another big run here. How about Harvey just throwing him over the dashboard? That's IFL football at its finest. 31-27, Green Bay on top. We have got a long way and a lot more points to be had in this one. You'll watch the Farmers Union's halftime report back after these messages.
Poem Design is your shop for specialized and meaningful home decor. Nothing makes a house a home like personalized designs that celebrate your milestones and tells your family's unique story. Check out our e-commerce site to find signs, photo prints, and much more. Let Poem's cutting-edge technology create unique products to help you add your personal touch to any space. Visit poemdesign.net to shop our catalog today.
Bucks football is presented by these fine sponsors: Who Hot Mongolian Grill, Jiffy Lube, Hawk Tree Golf Course, Moss Adams, Premier Property, and Shields.
Welcome back to the show, everybody. The day before taking their talents to the Resch Center last Friday to take on the Green Bay Blizzard in their opener, the Bucks made the short walk just a few streets over to Lombardi Avenue to draw a little pregame inspiration. Quarterback Glenn Kuyet documented the trip for us to Lambeau Field, home of the NFL's Green Bay Packers. The Bucks toured the 64-year-old historic venue in awe of all the history that's been made there, home to the former legends like Vince Lombardi, Brett Favre, and of course current greats like Aaron Rodgers. And the Bucks drew some motivation from the trip, hoping they could one day play on that field themselves.
I looked at my videos and I was like, man, that's awesome. Like, you don't ever get that many opportunities as an athlete to go there and play or just to visit it, so it's pretty cool.
Actually being on that field and seeing that field, how the environment was, it's a beautiful field. I can't wait to play there one day. I want to go there and get a couple of touchdowns on that field too. Gain a couple of yards, game-winning touchdowns or whatever, game win on that field if I can.
Definitely just seeing all the greats that have come through there and just how historic Lambeau is, it definitely, get you going like, hey, if I keep doing the right things, keep on putting my best foot forward, I could get here someday.
Bucks football is presented by these fine sponsors: Aramark, Dakota Community Bank and Trust, Dickinson State University, Torgerson Auto Center, Stone Home Brewing Company, and West River Chiropractic.
Offense. This week we're talking to Larry Omalayo, offensive lineman here for the Bucks. Larry, we're going to throw some rapid fire questions your way, learn a little bit more about you. Ready to rock and roll?
Sounds good.
All right, let's do this thing. First things first, always important to know about somebody. Favorite ice cream flavor?
Ooh, that's tough. I would have to go with orange sherbet.
Ooh, orange sherbet. I like that. What is who's the best dancer on the team?
Best dancer? I would have to give it to Big Mike Carnahan.
There's a talk that you are the best trash talker on the team. True or false? One word, true or false?
False. False. I'll say I talk a little bit, but I say the best trash talk on the team will go to Big Sterling.
Okay, Sterling Clark. I didn't see that coming. Favorite movie?
Favorite movie, Rush Hour.
When they make the movie about your life, who's playing you?
Ooh, that's tough. I would have to say Shia LaBeouf.
IFL city you're looking forward to visiting the most?
Arizona.
Most memorable football moment for you?
I think it would be my spring ball, my junior year going to my senior, when after our game, our coach decided to announce captains, and at halftime, I was decided to be one of the captains for the upcoming season.
Favorite part about playing in the IFL?
Favorite part about playing in the IFL, honestly, is just getting to know a bunch of different guys from all different types of walks of life, from the NFL to even just playing from a higher level for me, at the FBS level, or just come from Canada, just being able to compete against different athletes and at the highest level. So that was my favorite part about playing in the IFL.
Larry, thanks so much. This has been another Hurry Up Offense.
Every day we rise, bend, twist, walk, run, doing the things we love. They are simple until they are not. If pain is holding you back from simple tasks like work, playing sports, or spending time with loved ones, West River can help you get the pain relief you need to enjoy the things you love. Take the step to a happier, healthier life by calling us today, or go online to westriverchiro.com. West River Chiropractic, family, wellness, athletics. We are proud to be the official team chiropractor of the Bismarck Bucks.
Couple of good arms out in the crowd, giving Tag a run for his money. Just a little bit of target practice for some of the people out there. Tag, take cover. At the half, Blizzard 31, Bucks 27. David Sugarman here for Beck Sports. Let's take a look at our first half stats. Pretty even in the rushing yards category. Tell you what, Damian May didn't complete a pass in that first half. Didn't need to. 0 passing yards compared to 51 for Bismarck. And despite Bismarck doubling up Green Bay in total yards right now, they're losing. A lot of that has to do with the turnover battle. 1 first half turnover for Green Bay, 3 first half turnovers leading to 14 Green Bay points there in the first half for the Blizzard. Can the Bucks rebound in the second half? They'll get the ball to kick off the third quarter, and that is when we will see you next. 31-27, Blizzard on top at the half, back here from Bismarck at a field.
May is National Beef Month, and what better time to explain where the different cuts of beef come from. We are in grilling season, and knowing your way around cuts of beef can be useful when choosing a cut of meat. National Beef Month is a time to thank cattlemen that work tirelessly to keep meat on our tables and keep our ag economy strong. We are proud to recognize, celebrate, and support all those hardworking men and women. A big thank you from Dakota Community Bank and Trust.
Every day we rise, bend, twist, walk, run, doing the things we love. They are simple until they are not. If pain is holding you back from simple tasks like work, playing sports, or spending time with loved ones, West River can help you get the pain relief you need to enjoy the things you love. Take the step to a happier, healthier life by calling us today, or go online to westriverchiro.com. West River Chiropractic, family, wellness, athletics. We are proud to be the official team chiropractor of the Bismarck Bucks.
Since 1908, H.A. Thompson & Sons has helped thousands of buildings run comfortably through the hottest and coldest weather in North Dakota.
Now, our guaranteed maintenance agreements for heating and cooling systems keep your equipment running efficiently, reducing costs, and providing consistent comfort. Preventive maintenance doesn't cost, it actually saves, and we'll show you how to save money and improve your comfort.
Working together, we'll find ways to help your building and budget with our custom maintenance plans.
Call us today. H.A. Thompson & Sons.
Prairie Knights has opened all slot machines for use, and Blackjack is back as well. So come on out, enjoy all your favorite games, and rest assured social distancing protocols are still in place. And right now, get in on the $110,000 Summer Cruisers giveaway. Win cash, comps, and free slot play prizes on Sundays, or one of our grand prizes, a Can-Am Spider or Ranger pontoon. Get here for the Summer Cruisers giveaway. It's one of the biggest giveaways of the year. Feel lucky tonight.
When no one else is around. Champions get to work. They never rest. Never settle.
Turd Burglar, the official sponsor of the Deuce Rule. West River Chiropractic, the sponsor of the second half adjustments.
Start of the third quarter here on Beck, brought to you by Action Motorsports, Oromark, Bill Barth Ford, Dickinson State University, and Glenn's Welding. With the IFL Hall of Famer Robert Fuller, David Sugarman on hand here for Beck Sports. Exciting first half. We start off the third quarter. Bucks will be receiving the football, down 31-27. Coach, the good news is Bismarck is only down 4. The bad news is that it could have been a lot worse. 3 turnovers in that first half. How do they value the football more here in the third?
They've just got to get something going. You know, when you change quarterbacks, basically, you know, one played a quarter, the other played the second quarter, and just, you know, try to develop some type of consistency where you can hold onto the ball and just get some momentum going.
As for the Blizzard, they hold on to a 4-point lead. Offense reached 31 points. They did that without a single passing yard. Do they have to establish some kind of passing game if they're going to finish this one off?
I believe they do. I just feel like, you know, Green Bay's big adjustments need to come on the defensive side with their breakdowns and especially in contain. You know, they're kind of lucky that they have, you know, a very talented and opportunistic secondary behind them, but you know, they're allowing Bismarck to make some plays just through breakdowns up front.
Nail kicks it away. Hendrick and Kerrigan back to receive. Off Kerrigan's fingertips, he's got to get this out of the end zone. And he might not have gotten there. That could be a rouge. It would be the first against the Bucks this season. And it seemed that Kerrigan may have just escaped the end zone.
Obviously, the officials have a much better view than we do here at this point, but Bucks got really, really lucky there.
And to break down what rouge is, something exclusive to the indoor game, if the ball is touched by the return man, it has to be brought out of the end zone, and if they are tackled inside the end zone, it is a point rewarded to the defense. Similar in some instances too, but Kerrigan gets it out to the 1. Couillette working against the wall. Looking deep, and he nearly gave Gray his second interception.
Yeah, oh my goodness. Timing, you know, the throw, you know, Harvey was open. Just this ball's thrown late. Sorry, that might have been, that was Stokes, I'm sorry. But yeah, ball was thrown so late that actually the DB and wide receiver overran it. If you're gonna throw those posts, they gotta go early so that wide receiver can catch it on the run.
Couillette came into the game in the second quarter. He's 0 for 3 so far. Pitches out to Rankin, who twirls his way outside the 5. Gives the Bucks a little bit of breathing room. Still not a dynamic running game for the Bucks, but more of an established run game than they had last week.
Yeah, you know, both quarterback and running back are threats, you know, with the ball in their hand. But, you know, I definitely, you know, would like to see Rankin get, you know, some opportunities in the second half. What's tough, you know, is they're trying to do everything on the perimeter. You know, they need to get some inside zone running as well.
6 carries for 16 yards for Rankin. Couillette on third down across the field. Kerrigan's got it, and he's got real estate inside the 15, zooms his way inside the 10-yard line.
Boy, that's a little dangerous to throw back across the field, and boy, they sure dodged a bullet there. And that's just how quick this indoor game could change. That could have easily been, a pick six, but instead it's a huge gain, and now the Bucks are in the red zone, knocking at the door.
Kerrigan, who had 3 catches a couple weeks ago against the Blizzard, gets his first of the day here, a 35-yard pickup from the 7. Rankin follows his blocks to about the 5 before he's upended by Corey Turner. A good second effort to keep the play going from Rankin.
And that's what I want to see, that just inside zone. We could see it right here. Both Paxton and Clark getting a scoop on the nose guard, Paxton getting up to the linebacker. Those are such effective plays, and coaches that are listening that know me know that I love running the football, having a couple 1,000-yard backs through the teams we've had in the past. I love that inside zone, the physicality of it, but it starts at the center position. You've got to be able to get some push there.
At 5'9", 215, Rankin loves to mix it up. Your kind of back. From the 3. Couillette going to take it himself, and the Bucks go back on top. Couillette does it with his feet for the second time tonight.
This is a nice job. Again, Paxton occupies the nose guard. Rankin gets up and gets a piece of the linebacker or safety. Couillette does what he does, man. That was easy for him, just to be able to run it in and get his team a touchdown.
Coach, you weren't shy calling out this offensive line last week. They led the way that time.
Yeah, hey, sometimes they need to be called out, and those guys are playing their tails off tonight.
Barber, perfect so far today. Not that time. I'll take the blame on that one, folks. Meanwhile, Bismarck does lead by a deuce, 31-33.
When no one else is around. Champions get to work. They never rest. Never settle.
BetConnect, the official communications provider of the Bismarck Bucks. BetConnect, the official replay sponsor of the Bismarck Bucks.
We welcome you back. Saunders fields the Barber kickoff. Hendrick and Jackson there for the stop. Little flex after the fact, well earned. So the Bucks, after trailing 31-27, despite a missed Cody Barber extra point, take the lead back. Excellent first offensive drive and a nice job on special teams.
I tell you what, Green Bay has been their kick return team, at one point was the most exciting unit on the field, but Bismarck's really done a nice job shutting that down, and it's a pretty bold statement and a very tough thing to do.
Damian May, 4 carries for 21 yards and a score in that first half, but 0 for 5, not a passing yard for the Blizzard in that first half. Moore nearly lost it on the exchange, and Hendrick tosses Moore into the board.
One thing that I'm noticing, out of Green Bay, if you watch the running back quarterback relationship, when there's a stagger there, more often than not, it's going to be a run to the tailback there. When they're even, it seems to be, kind of a quarterback lead or, passing play. So it'll be something for the audience to kind of just tune into and see, if that stands true. So right now they're even.
9-yard pickup for Moore on first. May aims an arrow over the middle, and he hits Keyshawn Taylor for the first time today.
That's a nice job there by May. You just basically got double digs coming across the field. His timing was on point. Coverage is fantastic. I mean, he's right there, but, just an easy pitch and catch there. That's the type of play you expect the offense to make.
Taylor, a chain mover, and gets May's first completion of the day. Blizzard trying to win their third straight under the direction of third-year head coach Corey Roberson, the 2019 IFL Coach of the Year, on the road for the first time today. May pumping once, now in trouble, and he just tosses it out of the back of the end zone, and we've got a flag on the field.
Yeah, they just basically tried to run the exact same play, and I don't know if they had linemen downfield or maybe what the call was here.
So as we await word from the officials, Roberson, 2019 IFL Coach of the Year, led the Blizzard to the playoffs in 2019 for the first time since 2012, and anybody in Bismarck knew he was going to have some success because he came from the Robert Fuller coaching tree.
I'm really proud of Coach Roberson. I was fortunate to be able to hire Coach Roberson in 2012. In that game, that season, we had just a phenomenal season. He did an exceptional job for us.
Both teams. During the play, illegal contact, defense, number 13. That penalty will be a 5-yard penalty and result in an automatic first down. After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 13, Bismarck. Unsportsmanlike conduct, number 4, Green Bay. Those penalties will cancel. First down, Green Bay.
So Keontae Godot with both the illegal contact penalty and the unsportsmanlike for Bismarck, and Trevon Saunders
on the 12.
with the unsportsmanlike for Green Bay. Coach, before that call, you were touching about your relationship with Coach Roberson.
Yeah, and Coach Roberson is a first-class guy. He's doing it the right way. He's going to do, he's going to maximize, his players' ability. They may not get, every top recruit or every top guy at each position, but he's going to get more out of them. And, again, he's a guy that his players love to play for.
First down and 10 from the 12. More trouble on the handoff, and Devon Keith wraps him up.
That was something that I saw in watching their game last week. They run this read, but sometimes, May hangs on to it. They were lucky, last week that they didn't have a, fumble in the red zone. But, it's just something where, again, May's got to be decisive and just give it or take it.
Keith certainly with a lot to play for tonight. Military Appreciation Night here in Bismarck. And Keith, both his father and grandfather, served in the Air Force. He actually grew up on an Air Force base in Shaw Air Force Base in South Carolina. May, clean exchange that time with Moore, and Keith there to bring him down once again on third down. Coach, go a little bit deeper into military appreciation. I know we were talking before the game. Your father served, and that means a whole lot to you that the Bucks would have a night like this.
Yeah, absolutely. Actually, both my mom and dad were in the Air Force when they met, and then I arrived shortly thereafter. So, and when you're a military kid, you can kind of see, just watching the coach's show and kind of see his interview, the way that he carries himself and his demeanor. I said, yeah, that's a military kid, young man that's grown up, that has an appreciation. We talked about air shows and things like that, and those are always, some of our favorite moments as Air Force kids or just military kids in general.
Big third down, but I'll have to wait an extra second. A ball just got tossed onto the field from the crowd. A little bit of extracurricular, and it's funny talking with Keith, and he kept addressing me, and I don't consider myself an official or anything of the sort. Yes, sir. No, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah. I said, Devon, I really don't think I'm a sir, and he said it's just kind of something you got to deal with.
Absolutely.
Third down and 5. May fakes the pitch. Time to operate. Goes up the middle, and he's sandwiched inside the 5-yard line. looks to be just shy of the marker.
Yeah, and that's one thing, when you have a quarterback like this that's really dangerous and that can extend plays, when you do have the opportunity to put a helmet on him or shoulder pad on him, you have to do that. You've got to get wood on him, and you've got to gang tackle a guy like that.
Sandwich between Harvey and Duncan. It'll be 4th down and 1, trailing by 2. Corey Roberson is going to keep his offense out on the field. 4th down and 1. And a timeout before the snap. Corey Roberson wants to think things over. 6:05 to go in the 3rd quarter. 33-31, Bismarck.
We look forward to serving you here at your local community bank.
Every day we rise, bend, twist, walk, run, doing the things we love. They are simple until they are not. If pain is holding you back from simple tasks like work, playing sports, or spending time with loved ones, West River can help you get the pain relief you need to enjoy the things you love. Take the step to a happier, healthier life by calling us today, or go online to westriverchiro.com. West River Chiropractic. Family, wellness, athletics. We are proud to be the official team chiropractor of the Bismarck Bucks.
Corey Roberson calls timeout to try and dial up the perfect play. 4th down and 1, coming from the 3. May, the give to Taylor, spins off one defender. Hendrick there for the takedown.
Outstanding play by the defense. The offensive execution on that was not very good. There was definitely uncertainty on who to block there, but just a great aggressive heads-up instinctual play.
Timeout. I believe that's immediate timeout.
6:01 to go in the 3rd. Hendrick makes a big stop, and we take a break.
Since 1908, H.A. Thompson & Sons has helped thousands of buildings run comfortably through the hottest and coldest weather in North Dakota.
Now, our guaranteed maintenance agreements for heating and cooling systems keep your equipment running efficiently, reducing costs, and providing consistent comfort. Preventive maintenance doesn't cost, it actually saves, and we'll show you how to save money and improve your comfort.
Working together, we'll find ways to help your building and budget with our custom maintenance plans.
Call us today, H.A. Thompson & Sons.
About it. 6:01 to go in the 3rd.
Pluton Property Management, the official game ball sponsor of the Bucks. Cricket Wireless, the official smile cam of the Bismarck Bucks.
Let's try that again. 6:01 to go in the 3rd. 33-31. First 9 minutes of the 3rd quarter. Couldn't have gone better here for Bismarck. Couillette with a running touchdown on the opening drive, and then a big 4th and 1 stop. And now a flag on the first play, movement up front.
Offside.
Shot by Coach Ross.
Defense
going on two.
with defense with contact. 5-yard penalty, first down.
Coach. Yep, just give him a little bit more room to operate there. And these are little things that, Green Bay you know, they're in a dogfight here, and they're going to be in a dogfight again next week down in Tucson. I know Coach Wooten is watching right now. You know, another one of the great coaches I had the opportunity to work with. But, you know, Green Bay is going to really need to clean up a lot of these things, both offensively and defensively.
9 combined penalties so far today. First down and 5. Couillette. That was a dangerous pass. Gray, who's already got 1 interception, and he almost messed around for a second there. Couillette was looking for Stokes.
Yeah, these last 2, you know, on the play that Bismarck had, you know, on the far boards, Gray, you know, really should have had that picked off. And, you know, anytime a DB that's a kind of a ball hog, you know, gets his hands on a football and doesn't get it, you know, he's probably kicking himself right now. But
Couillette played for Tulane, Texas Southern. Got the start last week, came in the second quarter today. Just 1 for 5 so far. Checks down for Rankin, and he scurries outside the 15.
And that's what you need. You need to be able to just, again, go through your reads, progression. His offensive line's giving him some time, and just be able to check down to your running back and get yourself a first down, move the chains a little bit. I like what I'm seeing from the Bucks offensive line. Guys are competing. Guys are, you know, just getting fired up. You have to play physical in this league. You have to play with kind of a bad attitude when you're up there on that offensive line.
It's a Bismarck offense last week. Was up 12-0 at the end of the first quarter. Only had 6 points the rest of the way. Today they had 17 in the first, but have held strong since. 33 here, a little over midway through the third. Pitch out to Rankin. Works his way across the field. Now he cuts it up the middle. Rankin gets loose! Justin Rankin, are you kidding me? He made sure everybody on the Blizzard got to look extra silly that time. His 3rd touchdown of the game.
I tell you what, that's a grown man play right there. You know, at 5'9", 215 pounds, he's showing he's got some shakes, you know, which sometimes you don't want to see, but, you know, he's displaying some strength and some power. Arm tackles are not going to get him down.
The Bucks with a chance for their first 2-possession lead. Barber misses his 2nd consecutive extra point, doinks it off the uprights. 39-31, Bismarck, though, with a big score. 33-33 to go in the third.
There are many gaming choices across the region, but why play games that don't reward you? Instead, join the Night Club, the Players Club at Prairie Nights Casino and Resort. When you use the Night Club card, you earn rewards like free slot play, comps, entries into big giveaways, great discounts, special offers, and more. And right now, you can get in on new member and referral bonuses. Like rewards? Join the club. The Night Club, only at Prairie Nights Casino and Resort. Feel lucky tonight.
When no one else is around. Champions get to work. They never rest. Never settle.
.333 to go, and Justin Rankin just making the Blizzard look silly.
Yeah, that's not going to be one in the film room for Green Bay that they're going to want to see, but I'm sure Coach Roberson's going to play that a bunch of different times.
Justin Rankin, they only had 13 yards on the ground as a team last week. He had 35 on that run alone. We've given a lot of credit to the offensive line. I think Rankin gets most of the credit on that one.
Yeah, that was some shaking and baking. You know, another nice piece to that, too, is just wide receivers being able to block downfield and not just stand and watch the play. So those guys had a part in that, too. But, you know, when it comes to breaking tackles, you know, that was all on Rankin right there.
Reminder that today's on Beck is brought to you by Jiffy Lube, Hawk Tree Golf Course, Moss Adams, Premier Property Management, and Taco Del Mar. 39-31, Bismarck in front. Deed kickoff, and out to through the back of the end zone. Won't give Saunders or Thomas Jr., a couple dangerous return men, a chance to bring one back. So Green Bay had a 31-27 lead to start the second half. It was really all blizzard for most of the second quarter. How can they get back on track here?
Oh, they've just got to clean up some of these mistakes here. It just doesn't feel like they're in a rhythm at all. You know, it seems like half the time Coach Roberson calls a play, you know, there's just some confusion, you know, through the wide receivers. You know, whether it's just responsibility, motion, whatever it may be, they just don't seem as sharp right now or focused. And you know, and a good part of that has to do with the Bucks defense.
Damian May just 1 for 6 so far today. He'll take it himself. Good patience, and he bursts up the middle. Wrapped up by Hendrick at the 20.
And that's something that's just so tough to defend against a team that has a quarterback that can do things like this. This was definitely a designed run. And again, you know, May is so dangerous. You know, and he's getting it done with his feet tonight, obviously.
May just 1 for 6 on the ground, but 6 carries for 36 yards and a score. First and 10 from the 20. May back to pass, looking end zone. He's got his man. Trevon Saunders hiding in the back of the end zone behind 2 Bucks for the score. There is a flag on the field.
I thought for sure that was thrown too late.
Defense, number 2, he did not go up through the A gap when the pass was in the out. That's a 5-yard penalty and results in an automatic first down.
There's some confusion on the field right now because the Blizzard, of course, are saying we don't want the 5-yard penalty. We made it into the end zone. And now the officials will say that the penalty will be officially declined, and Corey Roberson's pressure probably just went down quite a few notches.
Yeah.
And now Green Bay has a chance to cut this to 1 or tie things up with a 2-point conversion.
And it looks like they're going to go with that option. Let's go for 2 here to get this thing tied up. And again, back to that throw, initially it just felt like he threw it too late, but he just put such a nice soft touch on that pass and allowed his receiver to go up and get it.
Saunders, who's already won the Special Teams Player of the Week twice this season, this time doing it on offense. May on the end around. Oh, great blocking, and Keyslow Smith waltzes right into the end zone, and we are locked at 39. 1:39 to go here in the third.
That was a beautiful play call.
Bucks football is presented by these fine sponsors: Aramark, Dakota Community Bank and Trust, Dickinson State University, Torgerson Auto Center, Stone Home Brewing Company, and West River Chiropractic. Bucks football is presented by these fine sponsors: Action Motorsports, Bill Barth Ford, Glenn's Welding, H.A. Thompson & Sons, Taco Del Mar, and Veracity Motors. Cluton Properties, the official housing sponsor of the Bismarck Bucks. ID Chrysler, the official touchdown sponsor of the game.
Now locked at 39. Nell with a squib kick, picked up off the bounce by Kerrigan. Dashing down the sideline, and Turner pushes him into the board.
Really good field position for the Bucks right here. But, you know, that two-point conversion, I thought that was a great play call just from the standpoint of, you know, Bismarck is just being so aggressive, and they're running downhill and just coming up on everything, and just be able to sneak that little reverse in there. Just really nice play call, especially against with what Bismarck was trying to accomplish.
Take a look at these stats here. It's hard to believe that it's a tie game. Bismarck almost doubling up Green Bay right now in total yards, beating them in both rushing yards and the passing yards category. But here we are, coming up on a minute to go in the third, deadlocked at 39 apiece. Kuyet for Kerrigan. He breaks through the initial line, and he's wrapped up by Gray inside the 15. And we've seen that play a couple of times. This gave Green Bay some problems in week one, the misdirection.
Yeah, and their offensive line, you know, they're blocking it like inside zone, and what I like about it is it's to the short side of the field, so typically teams will kind of slant those guard to the wide side, so that just really helps out the center backside guard scoop. You know, Paxton's doing a really nice job getting up to the linebacker as well.
Paxton bouncing back at the center position after a rough week two. This time it's Stokes going to the opposite side, and he creeps inside the 10. Turner with the takedown. That could be the last play of the third quarter. Corey Ross not in a hurry to get his offense back out there. And the final seconds will come off here in quarter number 3. Came down to the wire when these two kicked off the IFL season. Looking like we may get another four-quarter treat once again. 39 all going to the fourth. Stick with us. I promise you, you got nowhere better to be.
We look forward to serving you here at your local community bank.
Mattress Firm, the official timeout sponsor of the Bismarck Bucks. Sleep Number, your official sleep partner of the Bismarck Bucks.
Start of the fourth quarter on deck, brought to you by Torgerson Auto, The Turd Burglar, Pure County, Cluton Property Management, Sleep Number, and Cricket Wireless. With the IFL Hall of Famer Robert Fuller, David Sugarman on hand for what has been an absolute treat of an IFL football game tonight. And we still have 15 minutes to go, locked at 39, and the Bucks are threatening. Coach, the Blizzard looking for revenge from week one. Bismarck trying to prove their blowout home opener loss was just a fluke. There's a lot on the line here for this early in the season.
Yeah, for sure. And I believe, you know, Coach Miller's word was what, challenge for this week, and it feels like the Bucks have really stepped up to that challenge to show that last week was not who they are.
2nd and 7 from the 10. Kuyet steps up, already has 2 on the ground, and he's pushed into the dashboard short of the goal line. Was near that first down marker, and he picked it up. It'll be first down and goal.
a nice job there, just breaking, Paxton occupied the nose guard just enough to let Couillette get past him. They're controlling the middle. Green Bay right now is feeling not having two of their top defensive linemen in a real crucial time, and Bismarck is definitely taking advantage of that.
No Pfaff or Smith today for the Blizzard. Movement up front. Couillette scoots right into the end zone. Making a hat trick for Glenn Couillette. Came in the second quarter and has played well. Puts Bismarck back in front.
One thing that you've got here, if you got those 3 down linemen and you have a linebacker and safety, like there, who has contained there? The defensive end knifed down to take away the B gap, and nobody was there. Alignment, assignment, and technique.
Barber's missed his last 2 extra points, and it's 3 in a row. Barber was knocked into after the kick by Emery. No flag on the play. And Bismarck's lead will sit at 6. 13:38 to go. Bucks go on top.
Bucks football is presented by these fine sponsors: Bank Communications Cooperative, Shields, Pure Country, Runnings Farm and Fleet, Taco Del Bar, Gluten Property Management. Bucks football is presented by these fine sponsors: Who Hot Mongolian Grill, Jiffy Lube, Hawk Tree Golf Course, Moss Adams, Premier Property, and Shields.
13:38 to go. Cody Barber misses his 3rd straight extra point, but the Bucks are holding on to a 6-point lead in what's a great weekend here for the IFL Hall of Fame being announced today in Sioux Falls. And there's the game against Iowa. Former running back Fred Jackson, Curtis Riggs, Aaron O'Neill, and John Deep. As we get the return here, and brought out to about the 20-yard line. And Coach, you were colleagues with some of these guys. You were complaining about Fred Jackson earlier. Just a coach's worst nightmare unless you were on his team. Really just across the board. A couple of coaches, an executive, really just a really special Hall of Fame class this season.
Yeah, 100%. John Pettit in Iowa, he is a barnstormer through and through. Unfortunately, we lost him last year, but, everybody that talks about him just holds him in such high regard. And, my conversations with him were just, he was a man that I would have loved to have coached for. And, you talk about Coach Riggs and Coach O'Neill, 2 of the best in the IFL to ever do it, and I like to.
Moore in some trouble in the backfield and able to get out of dodge. And Keith pushes him into the boards. Curtis Riggs still coaching right now for the Sioux Falls Storm, one of the probably the most dominant franchise in the IFL's history. 11 titles, including a run from 2011 to 2016. I mean, that's just a portrait of dominance.
Yeah,
you talk about a franchise.
Coach Riggs definitely the best to do it. I mean, again, you're not that excellent for that long, just by luck, and it all starts with Coach Riggs. Coach Riggs and Coach O'Neill had some phenomenal battles against each other, with Coach O'Neill winning a couple titles, one of the first IFL titles, if I remember correctly. But I like to joke that I went from the only coach in the Hall of Fame to the 3rd best coach in the Hall of Fame in a weekend. Coach O'Neill coached up in Billings, and one of the toughest, competitors that I've gone against. And, when you coach against Riggs and you coach against O'Neill, you're going against the best. You're going against the absolute best to do it. Their teams are going to be exceptionally coached. They're going to do everything. Just as well as it can be done. And, you just don't see their teams have bad games very often.
May spins that last pass out of bounds, and it quickly brings up 3rd down in a blink. takes himself more with a great block. May tells the official, get out of the way, I'm trying to get to the sticks. And he was taken down right at the marker on 3rd and 11.
Yeah, there was a heck of a collision right here between the linebacker and the running back, and just May was able to sidestep that, sidestep the official, doing a little juking here and there. Got his team the first down.
So on 3rd and 11, May picks up exactly 11. As the clock continues to wind, clock in the IFL will essentially run the entire way up until the 1 minute. Important to note here in this fourth quarter, we're right now still plenty of time to operate. First down and 10 at the 20. May just gets it away from Moore. He bounces off of Hendrick, and Harvey stayed attached at the hip there to finally drag him down.
Yeah, Harvey's having himself a heck of a game as well, but you know, when you have this 1-2 punch in the backfield, you know, you've got to tackle very well, and you've got to gang tackle as well. You've got to hustle and pursue to the football. You can't just be watching on defense and assuming somebody else is going to make a play.
Green Bay trying to bounce back from their only loss of the season, week 1, against this Bismarck team. 41-35, lost it in the final 10 seconds of the game. Seeing if they can return the favor on their first road trip of the year. May dials one up to the perimeter, and somehow Taylor came through with that. That was deflected by Hendrick, and I think into the basket here of Taylor.
And Deion Carter's gonna wish he would have saw, he would have broke on that just a little bit, or just took a little bit different angle there, as he might have taken that one back for 6.
That was, in fact, Carter in on the coverage, so now it's first down and goal at the 9. May, option, gets it out to Moore, and he stumbles his way across the goal line, and now the Blizzard are an extra point away from taking the edge back here in Bismarck.
And this right here is just not a very good job by Harvey. It's one of the, you know, usually he's making some outstanding plays on defense, but he just takes a terrible angle and just basically whiffs on that tackle. He's not playing, you know, didn't play aggressive there, and that cost him a touchdown.
Henry Nell out to kick the extra point. Triggs does a good job of controlling a high snap, and the kick is up and good. Blizzard go in front. Still 8:32 to go.
Bucks 45.
Mattress Firm's Memorial Day sale is the perfect time to buy a Purple mattress. You've heard about it, now stop in and try the Purple Smart Comfort Grid technology. This means no more back pain no matter your body type. Get Mattress Firm's 120-night comfort trial and 0% financing up to 5 years. Top it off with huge savings and free gift with purchase. In stock, ready for immediate delivery, or pick it up yourself and toss it in the trunk. Find your Purple mattress at Mattress Firm's Memorial Day sale, where North Dakota shops for Purple.
West River Chiropractic, the official chiropractor of the Bismarck Bucks. Missouri Valley YMCA, your official workout facility of the Bismarck Bucks.
8 minutes and 32 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Green Bay by a penny over Bismarck here at the Event Center with the former IFL head coach, Robert Fuller. I'm David Sugarman. We thank you so much for joining us today here on Beck First game between these two was a thriller to open up the IFL season, and this one hasn't disappointed either, Coach.
Not at all. I mean, this has been exciting, and, you know, hey, this might come down to the last couple seconds as well. You know, it's, you know, we've got a lot of folks in Green Bay tuned in and dialed in right now supporting their team. You know, it's great to hear from them. Just got a text from Mitch Nolan, wanted to give him a shout out. Die hard Blizzard fan, and you know, coach, of course, the OG Dexter Christian, longtime Blizzard equipment man, just one of the most beloved players. Whoa!
Darion Jackson with a quick 6. Henry Nell kicked it off the foot of a Bismarck special team player. Darion Jackson off the bounce, and Bismarck takes the lead back just like that.
Holy smokes.
Now this goes off the foot of Justin Rankin, it looks like. And then Jackson waltzes on into the end zone. That might be the easiest touchdown that the linebacker ever gets.
Well, I'm shouting out everybody in Green Bay, and they sure didn't want to see that.
Barber ends his streak of 3 straight missed extra points, and the Bucks go back on top just like that.
Bucks football is presented by these fine sponsors: Aramark, Dakota Community Bank and Trust, Dickinson State University, Torgerson Auto Center, Stone Home Brewing Company, and West River Chiropractic.
May is National Beef Month, and what better time to explain where the different cuts of beef come from. We are in grilling season, and knowing your way around cuts of beef can be useful when choosing a cut of meat. National Beef Month is a time to thank cattlemen that work tirelessly to keep meat on our tables and keep our ag economy strong. We are proud to recognize, celebrate, and support all those hardworking men and women. A big thank you from Dakota Community Bank and Trust.
.7:45 to go in the fourth quarter, and in a matter of seconds, Bismarck takes the lead back on one of the more wild special teams plays we'll probably see this season. As off the squib kick, Triggs picks it up, breaks to the outside, and he's brought into the dashboard by Stokes and Darion Jackson. That last play, Henry Nell, the kickoff man for the Blizzard, hits the shoe of Justin Rankin, who was right in front of him essentially on the kickoff. Second look on our All True Health Systems replay right here. Off of Rankin's foot, Darion Jackson ended up with it and waltzed right into the end zone. Coach, you've been watching Indoor Football League for a long time.
Yeah.
You ever see anything that crazy?
Well, since this is indoor football, yeah, yeah. You might see that probably once a year. So to see it so early in the season is that's surprising, and you know, for the Bismarck fans, they're pretty excited about it.
Bismarck breaks 50 for the first time this year. Carry on Moore bursts up the middle, and he's wrapped and twirled down by Keith just shy of midfield.
Yeah, they basically, it's an interesting scheme there where they don't block the nose guard. The nose guard's just going upfield. So center side steps and goes up to the linebacker. And, you know, if you can get past the nose guard, that's a dangerous play.
Moore, who's had a big day, started the day with a touchdown on the very first play from scrimmage. Had a touchdown on the last drive for the Blizzard's short-lived lead. Gets it on the left side, ball pops out! Picked up off the bounce. Ross is going to the end zone!
Ooh-wee!
Lawrence Ross the third!
That's a big-time play right there. Who was that?
Looked to be Neon Dion Carter popping it out.
Wow.
And Lawrence Ross III brings it back. And what a change of events. Down at about the 8-minute mark. the botched kickoff, and then a couple plays into the next drive, a fumble brought back by Lawrence Ross. And just like that, the Bucks lead by a dozen. And they're going to try and make this a firm 2-touchdown lead, keep the offense out there for a 2-point conversion. You like the call, Coach?
Yeah, why not? I mean, you know, you've got the momentum, excuse me. A little bit of confusion here.
Bismarck calls a timeout. Just over 5 minutes to go. We'll take a break.
Poem Design is your shop for specialized and meaningful home decor. Nothing makes a house a home like personalized designs that celebrate your milestones and tells your family's unique story. Check out our e-commerce site to find signs, photo prints, and much more. Let Poem's cutting-edge technology create unique products to help you add your personal touch to any space. Visit poemdesign.net to shop our catalog today.
.5:16 to go. Bucks, who were behind the 8 ball just a few minutes ago. A fluky special teams play that gifts Darion Jackson a touchdown, and then the guy they call Neon Dion Carter, because of his bright personality, makes a bright play using his head to force a fumble. Lawrence Ross III brings it back, and now the offense out there to try and make it a 14-point lead. Couillette dials one up, and it's knocked down by Mbai. 5:13 to go. Bucks still up by a dozen when we come back.
Bucks football is presented by these fine sponsors: Bank Communications Cooperative, Shields, Pure Country, Runnings Farm and Fleet, Taco Del Bar, Gluten Property Management.
Poem Design is your shop for specialized and meaningful home decor. Nothing makes a house a home like personalized designs that celebrate your milestones and tells your family's unique story. Check out our e-commerce site to find signs, photo prints, and much more. Let Poem's cutting-edge technology create unique products to help you add your personal touch to any space. Visit poemdesign.net to shop our catalog today.
Coach, the guy they call Neon Dion, with a massive play here to turn the tide and force the fumble. Lawrence Ross brings it back for a touchdown. Bucks lead by a dozen.
Yeah, the thing that's really special about that play is that Green Bay had all of the all the DBs blocked up except for Carter, and if he doesn't make that play or doesn't make that tackle, that's going for 6. So just an incredible tide-turning, momentum-shifting hit.
Saunders returns the kickoff to just past the 20-yard line. Carter and Trey Harvey there for the tackle. So Green Bay, who is playing with the lead, less than 3 minutes to go, with less than 3 minutes to go, I should say, at about the 8:15 mark, now down by a dozen. That's how quick things can turn here in the Indoor Football League. 5 minutes to go and rolling. What's Green Bay got to do to keep this game alive?
Well, they've got to produce some scores pretty quick, but you know, you can't panic because that's not going to help. You just got to execute. You know, they've got plenty of weapons at that wide receiver position. You know, now it's up to May to be able to either do it with his feet or do it with his arm, but you know, they've got to get some points here.
Worth noting for Green Bay, 3 turnovers opening week versus Bismarck, none the last 2 weeks. Couple of big ones here. May spins one deep, who was behind Smith, but a flag on the play in the end zone.
Flag in the end zone.
The officials discussing it now. Dion Carter kind enough to give him his opinion.
Yeah, Carter got beat on this, and he's trying to close on it. The only problem is he's not turning, or he turns late. But if that ball is thrown a half second earlier, that's a score.
Oh, waiting a call from the official, but It should be an easy one.
Pass interference. Defense, number 21. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic first down.
So a huge penalty on the guy who just forced the fumble, Deion Carter. And now the Blizzard with under 4.5 to go inside the Bismarck 15-yard line. Still have to move quickly.
Yeah.
Ball now set and the clock continues to run.
They need to play with a little bit of a sense of urgency here, but they can't rush and they can't force anything. You know, just like we saw kind of a massive momentum swing these last 3 or 4 minutes here, it could go the other way.
4-minute mark of the fourth. May in trouble. Steps up. Spins inside the 5 and into the end zone. A touchdown, but a flag back at around the 10-yard line.
We have Laundry.
That's the tough part about.
Previous spot. Repeat first down.
The Alcorn State product, Kevin Hall, called for the holding call. It'll move the Blizzard back a few yards.
Yeah, it's a tough part about, you know, you have such a dynamic guy in the backfield. You know, you got to hold those blocks a little long sometimes. You don't know what he's going to do, but you know, at that point, obviously, it's a little bit too long.
May struggled passing the ball today, just 3 for 8. Does have 1 touchdown. Now first down and 20 at the 22-yard line.
Bucks fans to help that defense.
Nearly at the 3.5-minute mark, still a 2-possession Bismarck lead. May finds Taylor, and he's dragging Godot inside the 15. Taylor 6'2", 185, Godot 5'9", 170. Taylor using that straight to his advantage.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, you know, Coach Miller would like it if they weren't giving up so many yards after the first touch there. It's easily 10-yard gain after first contact.
Makes up for the penalty, 2nd down and 10. Moore on May's right hip. Moore looking end zone, and he had Trevon Saunders. It was tossed behind him. Saunders, who's already got 1 touchdown today.
Yeah, they have a matchup. You know, Carter is one of the most experienced Bucks defensive backs, but they're trying to go after him. And if quarterback and receiver were on the same page, that would have been a score.
May decides to take it himself. Great block from his back, but Harvey able to get off it. Mike Duncan sprinting the other way with the football right now. Officials rule the play dead, though.
You know, they're obviously trying to attack the weak side of the field here. You know, and if Moore can get his helmet on the other side of Harvey, that's going to give May, you know, a little bit more room to work with.
Now under 2 minutes to play. The clock is ticking for the Blizzard. Fans on their feet here at the event center, trying to see their first Bucks home win of the year. May, end zone, going over the wall to deflect that one was Carter.
And that's a great job by Carter there. You could try to pick on him, but hey, he's coming to play. Nice job closing and just having no regard for his body there.
A missed 4th down opportunity, and with 1:19 to go, the Bucks can put the finishing touches on this one. What a bounce back effort today from Bismarck after a disappointing home opener last week. Massachusetts, oh, the way to say it, they just kind of took it to Bismarck after a 12-0 lead for the Bucks at the end of the first quarter. They were outscored 36-6 the rest of the way. Today looked like it was going in a similar direction in that second quarter, Coach, But give these Bucks some credit. They showed some real character tonight.
100%. You know, they were challenged and they've responded. They responded by playing physical football, playing assignment sharp, and executing.
Last play before the warning. They prescribed the pill to Rankin. He dashes up the middle. And the clock will stop. They'll take the 1 minute warning with 54 ticks to go. Bucks leading by a dozen here at home.
When no one else is around. Champions get to work. They never rest. Never settle.
Sometimes the smartest guys keep it simple. Rod Miller, head coach for the Bucks, when we asked him this week, what was the key the last time you played the Blizzard? Had that big comeback in the fourth and played so well. What's the key to playing well down the stretch? And he said, well, the first key is not being down in the fourth quarter, not having to do it again. Bucks took the lead at about the 8-minute mark or so of this fourth quarter, and they haven't looked back.
Yeah, it's funny how things work out, and just, you know, the one thing I like is that, you know, they weren't watching the scoreboard when they were down, you know, and they just play football. And I think that's important, especially when you have a young team that just, they haven't experienced indoor football. You could be down 14 points and you can come back and before you know it, be up by 14. So, you know, you just got to play and focus on doing your job.
53 ticks. Up the middle for Rankin. And he moves the chains and then some. Justin Rankin, who is limited to just 3 yards on 3 carries last week, has been tremendous today.
I think if the Bucks are going to be successful, he's got to be a big part of this game plan.
Another first down there for Rankin. That's his 10th carry of the day, over 70 yards on the day. Couple of touchdowns on the ground, 1 receiving as well. Been a big day for Rankin, and the Bucks on the cusp of picking up their first home win. They'll round out a 3-game homestand next week against Northern Arizona. Green Bay, on the other hand, will lose to the Bucks for the 2nd time this season. They'll try and rebound next week and home against Tucson. Kuyet takes a knee. And not supposed to be able to take a knee in the IFL, but this one is all but wrapped up, and coaches will come at midfield to exchange a quick hug and a goodbye, and the Bucks pick up their first win at home since the 2018 season. Absolutely phenomenal win for the Bucks. 58-46, a bounce-back effort for Bismarck to beat the Blizzard for the 2nd time this season. We'll be back with our player of the game on the other side of the break.
We look forward to serving you here at your local community bank.
Bucks football is presented by these fine sponsors: Aramark, Dakota Community Bank and Trust, Dickinson State University, Torgerson Auto Center, Stone Home Brewing Company, and West River Chiropractic. Bucks football is presented by these fine sponsors: Action Motorsports, Bill Barth Ford, Glenn's Welding, H.A. Thompson & Sons, Taco Del Mar, and Veracity Motors.
When no one else is around. Champions get to work. They never rest. Never settle.
Bucks football is presented by these fine sponsors: Who Hot Mongolian Grill, Jiffy Lube, Hawk Tree Golf Course, Moss Adams, Premier Property, and Shields. Bucks football is presented by these fine sponsors: Bank Communications Cooperative, Shields, Pure Country, Runnings Farm and Fleet, Taco Del Mar, Cluton Property Management.
We look forward to serving you here at your local community bank.
Justin Rankin, your player of the game, over 120 yards from scrimmage, 3 total touchdowns today. He did it all and really set the tone offensively today for Bismarck in a big win, Coach.
You know, anytime your back gets that type of yardage and it gets that many opportunities and produces like this, you're going to be successful. So kudos to him and, you know, Coach Miller, Coach Ross. I mean, it's just great to see them and the coaching staff get this done.
Bismarck bounces back 2-1 on the season. Rankin just making everybody look silly. This might be the play of the week around the IFL. Just breaking through pretty much the entire Green Bay defense. Let's take a look at some final stats from today's game. 143 rushing yards today for Bismarck. That's more than 100 more than they had a week ago. Now, granted, they had 13 yards last week. Yeah. A big improvement there. 104 yards in the passing department between Glenn Couillette and Richard Stemetti. 247 total. Both teams, some struggles with the turnovers today, Coach. Green Bay 4, Bismarck 3. Bucks are able to escape with the win, but got to imagine they want to clean things up.
Yeah, both teams definitely have some work to do. But, again, you know, to be at home and to get that win, that's big. And just to be able to have some offensive success and success on special teams as well is just a really great way, you know, to kind of jumpstart or you know, rebound from last week.
Bucks with a 58-46 victory, down 4 at the half, but they get the job done to go to 2-1, pick up their first win here at the Event Center this season. That's going to put a bow on this one for our entire Beck Sports crew. Camera operators Patrick Conte, Jesse Schwab, and Zach Hoffner. Our graphics operator Mick Tidrow, director Ryan Bradley, and of course my partner, the Hall of Famer Robert Fuller. I'm David Sugarman saying so long from the Event Center. The Bucks get by the Blizzard 58-46. We'll see you next week when the Bucks host the Northern Arizona Wranglers. Until then, have a safe weekend, everybody.
Bucks football